I are live. The screen tells me so.
Yay!
Yay. Guys, this is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monk. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I am in a massive amount of pain, but I'm wonderful otherwise. So,
Oh, well, good. You sounded a little discombobulated.
oh, bro. So we picked up the little one yesterday, right after Lady Monkey went to work or got off work, and we just decided to do the weekly grocery shopping and everything right then, since we're out already. And so we walked all around Walmart, and then we had to get some stuff from Menards, so we walked all around Menards. And then later, the baby asked, "Hey, can we go for a walk?" And Grandpa, not the brightest of people, said, "Yeah, let's go for a walk." And we got about halfway home from our walk, and I couldn't move my legs. There was so much pain in my calves.
Jesus.
Like, fuck. So I had to stop. It took me like three times to break on the way back to make it all the way back to the house. And so I followed that up today with doing other household chores that needed done, including replacing. I had to replace the, we have a lot of projects we want to get done before winter, and we always have those. And then winter comes and we're like, fuck it, I guess next year. And so this year we're making a point. We're going to get this shit done. And one of them is replacing the board underneath the sink.
Oh, yeah.
We had a leak there one time and it fucked the board up, and like, oh yeah, we'll replace that. No big deal. I don't know who built this fucking house, but they were an asshole. There was literally no way to get that board out in one piece.
Oh, yeah. I've encountered that problem before.
They built the fucking counters in place.
Yep.
So I had to cut the goddamn thing out, and then to get a new one in, I had to cut it and piece it together in place. And you know how they say measure twice, cut once?
Yeah.
Yeah, I measured 3 times and cut 8 times.
Well, 8 times the charm.
The problem with cutting 8 times is I was cutting in the garage and the kitchen's on the second floor. So every time I had to cut again, I had to get up and walk my ass downstairs.
Oh, damn.
Remember what I was telling you about my calves yesterday?
Yeah.
So
I'm sure this helped.
Look, I'm happy to get the stuff done. I clearly need the exercise. And I'm going to pay for it for a few days, but Lady Monkey was so happy to have her sink done. It was worth it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I was talking with my son afterwards because he helped me a little bit, and I thanked him. And he's like, I didn't really do much. I'm like, you need to learn to do shit like this. And I wish I was a better teacher. My dad was a carpenter, Jack. He actually built shit.
Yeah, my dad was like that too. I'm not.
Me neither. I have a passing knowledge of how to do it.
Yeah, I've seen it done.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things done. I've handed people tools before. But if you're looking for something to be done without someone cutting a finger off, not your man.
Yeah.
I am the least handy individual ever.
I know how it's supposed to be done. I'm just not good enough to do it. And I still made it work, and it actually looks pretty good. It doesn't look like a kid's project. But yeah, I was telling him, and like, I am sorry your dad is not, my dad, because my dad taught me all this shit, at least how to use the tools, right?
Yeah.
I might not use them well, but I know how.
Yeah, I mean, I know what the pointy end is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry you're a little rough there.
Oh, I'll be fucking fine, dude. It's all right. My only problem is the baby's over, and she was clearly getting bored as Grandpa was doing this. I was like, I got to get this done, kiddo. And then, of course, it took too long because I kept screwing it. You know what pissed me off about it? So I ended up having to cut the board in half and slide each side in, right?
Yeah.
Well, the left side, at the back of the sink, there are 4 different places where for some reason they decided to run a board up the back of it. And so cutting around those and getting those in place was a pain in the ass. But it turned out the one place I didn't think was a problem was the problem.
Is that usually how it works?
It was, yeah. And as soon as I had to trim off 1/8 of an inch of wood, and it fell right in place. I was like, you motherfucker. This is why I work on computers. It's much less taxing on my body.
You know what I did today?
What'd you did?
Well, I've got some. We're having another garage sale with the estate stuff, so I was tormenting myself with that. My knee's still screwed up, so I was moving boxes of like old cameras and breakables, because that's what you want to do, is hand the gimped up guy a bunch of stuff that's fragile and probably valuable. So I'm going down a flight of stairs with this, going, so this is how I'm gonna die. Interesting. Yeah, so I knew you could relate. But then when I got home, I immediately took an old man nap for like 2.5 hours, and the cat woke me up. She's like, "Hey, asshole, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, you're hungry. You just got fed." "Oh, 4 hours ago." Okay. It's closer to 6, but I didn't tell her that. But I was watching Caleb Hammer. You know who that is?
I don't. Not just by the name.
There was a clip going around. I posted a video of his on X about financial responsibility. He's like a financial guy, and people come onto his show, and he goes over their debts and income.
Is he the guy we watched with that one fat chick who went on vacation?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who he is. I didn't know his name. Okay.
Yeah. So he does the show Financial Audit, and it's all viewers. So it is now. So he was actively recruiting people previously, but yeah, it's all people that watch his show come in, and dear God, I have never felt more happy about my fiscal irresponsibility than I have after watching like 10 of these episodes. They're long too. They're like an hour and a half, but I skip around a lot because I get bored easily, and he is straight up mean to these people. But I was just watching this one, and this guy was like making secret purchases behind his wife's back. Ooh. Like, he doesn't tell her. Like, they each have a separate account, and then they have a joint account, and they pay the bills out of the joint account. He keeps half his paycheck back for fun stuff. And while he was sitting next to half.
God damn.
Yeah, greedy, and he makes bastard. Good money.
Say greedy bastard?
Right? So they bought a house together, and they're not married. And I was like, "You're dumb. That's just stupid." Especially when one of them was totally irresponsible. But she started seeing that he was spending more money he was hiding, like he was buying boots from like Boot Barn and tucking them away in the closet. She started finding all these receipts and all these things that she hadn't seen before. So she made him go to couples therapy.
Of course.
And she made him like try and like learn some financial management. And after he did all this, he's sitting on the couch next to her and bought a 75-inch TV. Because they only had two 55-inch TVs.
Well, you can't deal with 110 inches. You got to get that 75, man.
Right. I mean, you don't want to get crazy or anything. And she didn't know about this, and she wasn't on the show initially. They were just the two guys. And Caleb's like, "Yeah, we got a little secret to tell you. Your wife's here, and she heard everything you just said."
Bruh.
Oh, yeah. That guy deserved it, too. This guy is one of the most financially irresponsible people I have ever seen. It's amazing. Like, he even admitted that he bought another TV for his so-called office, which is just where he goes to play Xbox and PlayStation.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, holy crap. This guy, he'll buy anything. He bought a water filtration system from a guy on a Segway that came up to their house. I was like, what? Is that a real thing? They have a security system. They live in the suburbs. You don't need a security system, dude. $127 a month or something like that. $137 every month, and they're already underwater. It was just mind blowing. There was this chick who lives in a trailer, not in a trailer park trailer, but like one of those Airstream trailers.
Oh, let me get this real quick. Frank, thank you. The two women I saw were horrible people. I got happy when the one cried. You shared her too. It's been 6 years. You were hoeing. Get over it. Yeah. I will probably start watching that just because one, I think it would make good content because some of these people are retarded.
Oh,
Tall
dude,
person.
it's amazing.
Let me get this one. Tall person, thank you. Hoy all. I also have some sync repair to do in the near future, so you are not alone, monkey. Happy National Polka Day. I'm not done with my sink repair. I have to replace the faucet. This pissed me off, Jack. So we got a new kitchen faucet, which we love, right?
Yeah.
And it started leaking.
Oh.
And so we're like, okay, we'll just replace the little thing that you have to replace in sinks now.
Yeah.
It used to just be replaced a washer, but now there's a whole fucking mechanism you got to replace.
Of course there is.
And so we go to get the mechanism, and they don't sell that faucet or the cartridges for it anymore, so we have to just get a whole new faucet.
Yeah, it sounds right.
So this time it's my own fault. I went cheap on the last one. This time we bought a name brand faucet that's been around for a while, so hopefully they don't go out of business because we bought one. But I was pissed, man. It's like, you got to be shitting me. So what should have been just a couple of dollar replacement was much, much more.
Dude, that's how everything is made now. They keep it on the market for 2 or 5 years, and then they get rid of it, and you have to buy an all-new setup.
Yeah,
doesn't matter what it is.
Luckily, though, it's just a kitchen sink replacement. That's like a 5-minute job if everything goes right.
Yeah, which means it's going to be an hour.
The last time I did it, no issues at all. That piece of shit faucet went in so easy. Anyway, we should probably get to tonight's topic. I'm going to make the case for communism, Jack.
Oh, dear God.
You caught me, guys. I'm a commie supporter now. I want communism to come, and I blame George Will. I saw somebody in chat say that they're not a fan of George Will. It depends on what he's talking about, whether I like George or not.
Wait, if you're communist now, that means everybody has to redistribute their money to us.
No, I didn't say I was commie. I said I supported communism. Those are different.
I support the redistribution of money toward me.
That's fair too.
Okay.
I am not a commie. I am still against communism, but I support communism. I know that might sound kind of weird.
That sounds like you're just a man at George Will.
But don't worry. First, I want to start off by saying communists are retarded. I know that might seem self-evident.
Yeah, I was just say it seems like a given.
But this is a clip that somebody put up. What are they called? Blue Georgia, and they think George Will is supporting Mamdani.
What?
Yeah. Listen.
This must be horrible for a guy like you, who you spent your whole life talking about how government tries to do too much, which it does, and spends too much. And here you have Trump, who is the Republican, who is aggrandizing more power than anybody, as we just talked about. And on the other side, you have the guy running in New York, Mamdani, right? Okay.
Well, no, you actually pronounced his name wrong, but you tried, Bill.
Who's like a straight up communist. I mean, he is. He talks about, the things that communists say. I mean,
for the record, the commie that shared this, right under their post, they put a second post that said, before either side attacks me, I'm not saying Mamdani is a is a communist. He's absolutely a communist. There's no question about that. He can call himself a democratic socialist all he wants, but the motherfucker literally just quotes Marx when he's like, this is what we should do.
Yeah, his policy is very clearly communist. Oh, real fast. Thank you, tall person. And some for you, Mr. Jack. Thank you. I'm going to fall asleep soon. Happy National Rice Pudding Day. Well, have a good sleep. And I hope you dream of pleasant things and cherubs and angels and unicorns.
Undoomed, my friend. I'm going to toss you a link. No pressure. If you want to come hang out, come hang out. But I am going to watch that video that I responded to you on Twitter about. That's on our agenda tonight. Because that fucking bitch. We'll get to her. We'll get to her. All right. So, he's asking, and look, Trump isn't exact. And look, if you're an old school Reagan Republican, Trump probably should piss you off. if you are a small government Republican, Trump should piss you off. I'm just saying.
At least on some issues.
Yeah, absolutely. There are parts of it he absolutely should be. You might think the good outweighs the bad, and that's fine. My problem is with people who have sold out everything they've ever said publicly, and they're like, "No, he's perfect. He's not perfect. He still has issues." But anyway,
yeah, but you take the good and the bad, and then you get the facts of life.
True, and then you get less border crossings, and I'm okay with that.
Yes, absolutely.
Wants free grocery stores, free buses.
I want him to win.
You want him to win?
Yeah. I think every 20 years or so.
Wait.
We need every 20 years or so, we need a conspicuous, confined experiment with socialism so we can crack it up again.
So the guy who shared this, he quoted that part of it, and that's where he stops. I don't know what he thinks crack it up again means.
I think he's really misunderstanding what's being said here.
This is something you and I have talked about before, where it's like, you know what, some of these people, they should have this so that they can see how fucking bad it is.
Yeah.
So Will goes on.
Socialist slogan used to be, workers of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains. The new socialist slogan is, trust us, this time it won't be a mess.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But listen to the crowd reaction.
So
how quickly that laugh died out. One, it's a good line. But they laughed because like that is oh shit, that it was one of those that clearly
I got it.
They're realizing, oh shit, he's right.
Yeah, when the post-war Labour government in Britain was about to get started, one of their leading lights was a socialist named Nurian Bevan. He said, what could go wrong? He said, we have a nation bedded on coal, surrounded by fish. It would take an organizational genius to have a shortage of either. In 3 years, they had a shortage of both. That's
socialism. That's maybe that dude who shared this thinking George Will was on his side should have paid attention to the rest of the video. Because Will is absolutely right here. Real quick, let's say hi to our friend Undoomed. Undoomed, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, living the dream, my friend.
Yeah, how you doing?
Living the dream. I'm doing all right.
Good.
Just enjoying life.
You have to. You have to. Because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, of course.
Go around being miserable all the goddamn time?
Oh, no. I mean, people might think that, but that's certainly not me.
No, there's people, because I bitch and moan all the time, think I'm, I'm actually a very happy guy. I couldn't do this job if I wasn't a happy guy.
Right.
If I let all this shit get to me and get me down, I'd have Cobained myself a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just it's a pastime that's fun.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you caught the video we just watched here, but it was George Will making the argument that he wants Mamdani there in New York to win so that we can watch socialism fail again. And
right.
I'm kind of on his side with that. Clip.
Yeah, he's got a point every 20 years or whatever he says. Like it has to be shown to people that it fucks everything up.
We live in such a sheltered, God, I hate I'm using this word, privileged time that people look at communism and socialism are like, that's a much better way to live. And
right.
I can't compute with that because, and not just from my own experience growing up as a poor child and knowing I don't want to be that poor ever again, but from watching people who've actually come from communist nations tell us how it is. And the fact
that's always.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. No, I mean, that's always funny when you see real people who fled communism describe it to liberal idiots walking around the streets with their placards and shit. There's always like a video on Twitter whenever there's a some sort of demonstration with some ex-Cuban or ex like Eastern Europe or whatever reading them the riot act.
Yeah, you never see first generation Cuban immigrants extolling the virtues of communism. It's always there. It's always third, fourth generation Cubans who are like, no, it wasn't so bad that I never lived under it. Sin Nikki, thank you. Socialism. Think everyone has access to your fridge, but only you stock it. Eventually you quit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like a dorm.
Yeah, kind of. Got the worst roommates ever. I've been really pushing this point lately. It's not, I didn't make it up. I've heard many people mention we need some kind of actual calamity so people understand how good we have it. And that kind of leads me into the video that you had tweeted out, Undoomed, or you answered. And this fucking lady. Oh my God.
All right. Yeah.
Guys,
she talks about other people being entitled. Like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up, bitch.
This is, look, we've seen lots of entitled people on this channel. We point them out and we laugh. I have never seen one of the entitled blame me for being entitled. I don't want to ruin it for the audience. Let's let them listen.
I am so dumbfounded right now. There are people that genuinely think that people who use EBT don't deserve soda, candy, or desserts.
I don't think literally anybody deserves soda, candy, or desserts.
It's a human right, Monkey.
No.
What a fucking
it's
word
not.
do you dessert? You don't think I deserve dessert?
Monkey,
No.
It's a basic human right, just like a refrigerator and lobster.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's a good carrot. Like, if you want your fucking soda, go get a job.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have it. You can have enough to survive. Here you go. Here's food. You want the Twinkies? Go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
What? A job? No. It's a redistribution system. I don't want to work, so all of you owe me a living.
Right. That's probably what they think.
Gimme. Free stuff.
Gibbs.
You're going to tell me that my daughter doesn't deserve a popsicle?
Yes. I will tell it to your daughter's face.
You're
Also,
look,
how much does a popsicle it cost? Like,
right. It's you
you
buy
can't scrape together $2.
you can get a decent sized box, or even the little freezer pops that you got to cut the top off and push up for a couple of dollars. Bitch, you spent more than that on your hair coloring.
Yeah, but she's entitled to that, Monkey. I don't know what part of this you guys are missing. This is owed to them. They aren't entitled to this. You are stealing from them by not letting her kid. You are depriving that child. You monster.
Adebisi's right. You can even make your own fucking popsicles.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
That sounds like a lot of work, though, and obviously she's allergic to that. Probably has a couple of disorders like ADHD or some other undiagnosed bullshit.
Yeah,
You're gonna tell me
you got. No,
ahead,
I'm
bud.
just gonna say, I was just gonna say, all you have to do is mix some lemonade and put it in the fucking freezer.
Yeah. It's
No.
not hard to do.
Her daughter deserves the best. Store-bought only.
Oh yeah, with the logo on it, it's important.
Yeah, it is. It's very important. Status and all.
I don't deserve to get brownies?
No.
Not on my money, no.
Who told this bitch that she deserves brownies?
Some other welfare recipient.
When somebody says, "What do you want, a cookie?" That's not an entitlement program. They're making fun of you.
Yeah.
I deserve brownies. She's very specific about it. It was just desserts a moment ago. Now it's brownies. Bitch, you can have brownies if you want them. You just got to buy them yourself.
No, she deserves not just like little Debbie brownies. No. She deserves the home baked Amish brownies that are like 4 times as expensive, and you have to pay for it because somebody's got to take care of her and her kid.
We've gotten to the point where you can use EBT at fast food restaurants. That's
you
retarded.
Can use it at strip clubs and Carnival Cruise Line, dude.
What?
You're gonna tell me I can't have Dr. Pepper with my dinner?
No, nobody told you you can't have a Dr. Pepper with your dinner. You just have to buy it with your fucking money.
You know, at this point, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying she obviously has some money. Nobody lives off of just having food stamps. So just, stop buying something else and get your fucking Dr. Pepper.
There. I backed it up since you brought that up because I mentioned her hair. Look at her fucking I don't know if let me move everybody off to the side of the screen here. Which one would that be? This one. Look at her fucking nails. Those are like professionally done.
Yep.
She is helping support some Vietnamese lady. Thank you.
But hey, she shouldn't have to buy her own Dr. Pepper. Fuck.
I don't deserve to get brownies. You're going to tell me I can't have Dr. Pepper with my dinner? And all I'm hearing is be grateful, be grateful. It's free food. Get off of your throne of entitlement.
There we go.
Hot kettle what?
Your throne of entitlement.
Yeah. You know what? At this point, I would rather my tax dollars go toward hiring a guy to follow her around all day, knocking shit out of her hand that she can't have. How about that?
How many times so far has she used the term deserve in relation to herself? At least 3.
Well, she deems it as a basic human right, Monkey. That's the whole issue here. It's a matter of perception. You're entitled because you think you can tell her what to do with her free money. She doesn't see it as your money being given to her. It's hers. She's owed.
Faithless says irony. Yeah, no shit. This bitch who thinks she deserves everything thinks you, if you're a taxpayer who doesn't want, money that's meant for nutrition to go to soda pop, then you're the entitled one. Your money that she's spending.
And I think it's a good. I think it's a good thing that there's a carrot. Just go get a fucking job.
Yeah. It's amazing because this is all coming about because what is it, Louisiana that just took so you can't get soda on food stamps anymore. And we had a discussion about this maybe 6 months ago when they were first talking about that law. And there's a lot of people who believe, hey, just give it to them and let them buy whatever they want to. And if that's how you want the money spent, then how about we set up a whole new system where those of you who want your tax money to go to this bitch's daughter getting popsicles and her getting Dr. Pepper, you can pay taxes into that. And I will do the food stamp one. You have to pay for that one too, but we'll have the special entitled tax that you can opt into. How about that?
Nobody will opt in.
No. Because this is one of the problems with having taxes taken out of people's checks instead of making people send a tax check every year. Trust me, it's different when you have to send a check to the government.
Yeah.
First time I had to do that is like, wait, how much they want? Fuck them. I was ready to start a revolution and go throw some tea in the fucking harbor.
Yeah, and there's so many places where they do this shit with, sales tax and property tax and all these different points where they skim a little off the top all the time on everything.
Oh, yeah. My fucking property taxes are retarded. Oh, man. I know somebody whose property tax this last year doubled for no reason.
Jesus.
The county was just like, fuck it, we want more money. That should be illegal as shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I just took way more Motrin. Okay, never mind. I'll be fine. Devil Fruit, thank you. They can't spend $400 for a wedding cake on EBT. You monster. Worked at the DHS office. They told me a lot of stupid shit that was bought. I worked at Walmart. I know a lot of stupid shit that was bought. One of my first moments, because look, I've been conservative on this kind of topic for a long time. But one of the first customers I remember was this lady. She brought 2 giant fucking carts of food and paid her food stamps. It wasn't called EBT at the time, guys. And she was short. And so she put back a couple of rolls of hamburger that she had bought and kept Doritos and soda and Twinkies, all the junk food she kept. This is supposed to be nutrition for her children, and she put back the meat.
Right.
If you don't think that, just go. I don't know what it is for you guys, but here, the 3rd, go to a Walmart and just sit and watch the EBT purchases. It's fucking incredible.
Enraging is the word I would use.
Yeah. And I think we should have a safety net. The problem is we have a hammock, and now the hammock has a cushion in it and a pillow and a reading light and a fan. It's supposed to be a safety net, not a lifelong, hey, this bitch needs brownies kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not called brownie stamps, lady.
And take a look around you guys. Everyone is one bad day away from being homeless. Or
I don't think Elon Musk is one bad day away from being homeless.
No.
I don't think most people are one bad day away from being homeless. I get it. You're trying to that whole, hey, but there for the grace of God go I kind of shit. But you can make good decisions even as a poor person.
Yeah, but that would require like effort and planning, and that's not going to happen.
even needing government
Pretty
assistance.
much.
Do you guys not see how that makes you look? Your lack of empathy and understanding is outstandingly atrocious.
Our lack of brownie empathy?
No, your lack of milk of human kindness, or in this case, Dr. Pepper of human kindness. She just wants to survive, yo, and you're a monster for saying no.
I actually do feel bad for the kid. It's not the kid's fault she can't have popsicles because her mom's a dumbass.
Cut it out with the fucking nails and hair coloring, and your kid can have a popsicle.
I guarantee with the hair and the nails, everything she asked for here, she could have paid for herself.
Well, look, if we were talking about good life choices, she probably wouldn't be in this situation to begin with.
Yeah, probably not.
There's that. That doesn't change anything, though.
No, but the argument is the issue. We've gotten to a point where brownies are seen as a fucking necessity. How dare you suggest I can't buy brownies with your money?
Yeah, I mean that is the thing that I really disliked about it is the fact that she's talking about entitlement. We are entitled. We are entitled because we don't want to give you our money. What? I think you don't understand that word.
Moving on to Jack, I hate you. There's a dude with titties on the screen right now who has a shirt on that says, "Don't bully me, I'll come."
Oh, okay.
It's totally not a fetish, y'all. Totally not.
Protesting against this place, the Drip Cafe, because it is run and funded by a homophobic church. They put on.
Okay.
What?
Let's say they're a homophobic
What's he talking?
church.
What's he talking about?
They're protesting this homophobic church. Or this business that's run by a homophobic church. you don't. Why don't you go out and support a homo-friendly cafe? I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you read most religious texts, the anti-gay thing, pretty universal. And that you've had, some reformations with your little lesbian pastors tell you that no, when they called it an abomination, they meant a Marvel character. That doesn't change it. Is anybody surprised that a cafe run by a church would have homophobic tendencies? Honestly, that's not to say they'd be like, "Hey, we're not serving gay people," but say, "Hey, I think gay marriage is wrong."
I don't know. I would like to know what kind of argument they're making. What is he actually talking about?
We'll get as much as they give us here, but I just want to highlight something. Once again, our pictures are in the way. This doesn't happen very often. There we go. I just want to highlight this man's outfit. He's wearing pink platform, what looks like Crocs, with his fishnet pantyhose, pink cutoff denim shorts, where you can see his female panties, his disgusting shirt, and a pink shawl.
Right. Yeah, is he wearing one of those latex silicone tops that
Probably
give you fake boobs, or is it just socks?
What part of 1980s hooker has become such a look for these guys? This is the kind of shit you would see in an 80s movie to show that she's a streetwalker.
Yeah.
I wonder why the church is so homophobic when you're running around their kids with a shirt with the word "cum" on it.
Yeah, you're making me homophobic, for fuck's sake.
Right?
Their website that one of their 7 core beliefs is that they believe homosexuality is a sin punishable by death. So
I'd have to see their actual website to see if it says a sin punishable by death or is or how it's worded. Because under actual Christian teachings, it's not your place to judge in that manner. So I don't know. I haven't been to their website.
So we think that's bogus and that's bullshit, and we're out here to protest them and tell them to get the hell out of our neighborhood. So we're protesting.
Good luck. Do you really think look at how this person is dressed? Do you really think that you're going to have a lot of people come to your side?
Nope.
We talk on the show.
I don't.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
We have picked up a little bit of a lag here. Sorry about that, folks. That's my crappy internet. I apologize. I just said, go ahead, bud.
No, I mean, I forgot what I was going to say, but probably just something about it, the way he looks. It's ridiculous. I don't know what he's planning on gaining by this fucking outfit.
Yeah, we've talked many times on this show about optics. Optics are important. They're not the only thing. You need a good message. You need principles, but optics are important. And let's say, for argument's sake, that on their website they say gay people should be killed. That is something you can bring attention to and be like, hey, this is some fucking backwards, weird thinking, without making a spectacle of yourself where nobody wants to be associated with you.
Right. But it's like that saying, if you're willing to lie about the fact that there can be women with penises, then I'm just going to assume that you're lying about everything.
Sure.
So I mean, I'm not going to take his word for it that the website says that.
Well, I've seen too many people tell me what something says when I know they're absolutely wrong about what it says.
Yeah.
Just take Trump. He said there's fine people on both sides. He said there's good Nazis. It's not what he said. You're a liar. And repeating it just makes you a repeated liar. And what else do I have today? I don't think I can show that one. I think we probably would get in trouble. So let's move on to Glenn Greenwald, because I am not often flabbergasted. I am not often, actually in awe of the stupid shit that I see on the internet. I've been tempered in bullshit by the internet, and I normally can take it pretty well. This is Glenn Greenwald, who he used to be a far liberal person in the media, and then the whole Twitter files blew up, and he goes right. And then the October 7th attack happens, and he decides Jews are the root of all evil. And then we get this. That is a very truncated timeline, but go check it out. It's 100% true. Don't take my word for it with anything, but
you can see how this is really opened up. And when that happens, whoever's there first and doing it at a time before it opens up, before it's safe, before it's easy, is going to have a lot of credibility on that topic, because they were doing it before everybody else was. And that also is kind of what has made this Nick Fuentes' moment.
Yep. Nick Fuentes was on the hate Jew train before anybody else, which also wasn't true. And therefore, he's credible.
Well, you know who else was on that train? Hitler.
And I don't care how excluded he is, how banned he is, especially among young conservatives, probably overwhelmingly young conservative men, though I don't know exactly what his demographic is, but I imagine that's an important demographic. It's a big influential demographic. He is, I would say, for conservatives under, 30, 35, 30, arguably the single most influential and admired conservative influencer
for the under 30 crowd. Nick fucking Fuentes is the most influential conservative. What? Are you fucking retarded, dude? I know you hate Jews, but
he
God
might
damn.
be.
Oh my God.
He might just be.
All right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe I run into one groiper a week, maybe. And even that is, these days, hardly at all. Nick, other than Twitter, has no footprint anywhere. He tried starting his own streaming service, and with his inflated numbers, he got maybe 1,000 people watching. Maybe.
Right.
I
don't know. I never see anything from him. I never really see any clips come up or anything like that. I don't even know where he streams. I mean, I'm sure he's banned on YouTube, right?
Yes. Last I knew, the only place he could stream was his own little place. Maybe he's gotten a spot over on Kick. I don't know. I just don't understand signal boosting him now. Arguably, he is the least popular he's ever been, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And Dickhead here is like, he's the most influential for guys under 30. Aiden Ross is more influential as a conservative person. I fucking hate Aiden Ross. I think that booger-eating retard should just go away, but I don't get to make that decision.
Yeah, and for sure he's more influential.
Linda said he looks gay. If you're talking about Glenn is gay. He's absolutely gay. That's not a joke. He's married to a dude. He's more than gay. Yes, he is.
What you're saying is he may be something of a homosexual.
You watched this clip, right? I sent it to you and made sure you'd seen
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I actually had tweeted this out because it's like this really just makes Glenn Greenwald look even more anti-Semitic than I already thought he was.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
right wing, far right influencer, whatever you want to call him. And people are going to have to accept that. People are going to have to grapple with that.
I don't have to accept that. I will keep making fun of that little closeted homosexual every chance I get. I don't like him. I don't like his racism. I don't like his anti-Semitism, and I don't like his cowardliness not to just own all of that shit. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Undoomed.
No, I was just like, why are they all gay?
Well, in Nick's case, he's the one that once said having a girlfriend or liking girls is gay. He only
I know he's gay. I know he's gay,
okay.
But I mean, this guy's gay. Nick is gay. Like, I mean, they realized that under their own sort of ideology, they'd be exterminated, right?
Well, that's why Nick tries to hide it. Otherwise, I don't know. I have other thoughts on this that I don't think I can say publicly without defamation being an issue. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
When Monkey says that on the air, he is not fucking around.
Yeah. I'll leave it to y'all's imagination what I'm thinking. Let me just say Nick has had some really questionable associations in the past. Just leave it at that.
What?
Gonna have to confront that because
we've all heard about the black light. We've all heard about the black light.
The black light is one. That's look, that's weird. That's fucking weird. But let's just say he was running cover for somebody Epstein would have been fond of.
Mm-hmm.
That is a reality. And I think people who are worried about it, who think it's dangerous, whatever, really have no one to blame but themselves. How long do we have to learn the lesson that if you try and suppress things and ideas and people through censorship, through punishment, through silencing, through exclusion, you're just going to make them stronger?
That's actually not true. Nick, when at the height of Nick, he was getting quite a few people watching him over on his YouTube. He was all over with Ralph and the rest of the retards. Where is he now? People don't like this, but deplatforming does work to silence that person. It minimizes. I'm not for deplatforming, except for criminal behavior shit, but it absolutely does work.
No, Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
They deplatformed Richard Spencer, and look how popular that man is now.
I know he's rolling in the dough from all of his viewers on his streams these days.
For sure. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, right. You know why? He got deplatformed.
Yeah.
But the issue here isn't even Nick, it's the ideology, okay? If you have a problem, by all means, bring it up, talk about it. The issue is you can't have a conversation with these people because they don't want to hear anything other than Jews are bad and Negroes can't add. They have no concept of actually having a conversation. I'm happy to have those conversations because I think my point of view is better than theirs and that I can run them into the ground because they're retarded. It's kind of mean to beat up on retards, but sometimes they ask for it. I'm just saying.
There you have it.
You can kill them, you can imprison them, but short of that, at some point, people are going to say, "Wait a minute, why is this so taboo? Who declared this all off limits? Who declared this so dangerous that we're not allowed to even hear from it?" Especially in the United States, where we're inculcated with this kind of anti-authoritarian sentiment that
you see, guys, the rise of the anti-Semitism we're seeing, and look, there really is one. It's coming from the left and the right. Everybody's got their scapegoat in the Jews these days. I don't know why, but it's not because of Nick Fuentes. Go ahead.
No, it's mostly because of Hassan.
Oh yeah, a lot of it is absolutely.
I don't think Nick has that kind of reach. Like I said, I never see anything from him or about him. But Hassan, for sure, he's driving a lot of that.
Yep.
Whoever tells
I
you what you
don't
can and can't.
Go ahead.
Now, I don't understand why the far right and the far left have to prove the horseshoe theory on this. It's fucking retarded.
Right?
There's enough that Israel has done wrong in its past. And no, the liberty doesn't count. They weren't trying to start a war. They almost immediately told the U.S. it was them. Look it up. There's enough that they've done wrong, and there's enough distrust in government that people can point to an easy thing and go, look, they're controlling everything. And there's enough Jewish names in media and in lawyers and politicians that like, look, they're controlling everything. It's an easy way to get people pissed off without having to put a single fucking thought into it.
Right.
You know why Jews do so well? Because they raise their children to be successful. That's why.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. They're controlling everything. By reading, motherfucker. Try it.
Say
Wait.
that there's certain things you
Are you telling me that education, staying married, and passing things down to your kids is some sort of effective strategy in life?
It's a cheat code.
Huh. Life hack 101 from Monkey here. Write it down, guys.
I can't take any more of this fucking retard. I'll throw the link in the
Hey,
chat if anybody
ow.
wants to watch the rest
you
of that
meant-
moron.
You make
What's-
Glenn.
So how I forget how left was he from the beginning?
Originally, he was very left. He kind of moves more right when the Twitter file thing blows up. And then recently he's gone full retard.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember him from his leftist days.
He was a writer for the Time.
Sorry, you dropped out.
New York Times, I think.
Yeah, did he go totally silent now? Or
What's up?
There he is.
Oh,
We missed what you said. You said the Times.
he either worked for the Times or the Post, and I don't remember which one.
all right.
Yeah, his name, it was one of those names that if you follow news closely, you saw quite often. He'd show up on like Meet the Press kind of things once in a while. But he's not a household name like a Tom Brokaw or something. He was a writer for a newspaper.
He got big with either WikiLeaks or Snowden. One of those.
All right. So on our screen is a court case. There's a judge. Worry about. We're not going to watch it. You don't need to know anything. I'll tell you everything, guys. Upper left. Baby daddy is in the upper right. Baby mama is in the lower right or lower left. And I don't know over on the lower right. I think she's some kind of lawyer for the mom in this situation. But the mom is suing to have DNA test of her 14-year-old daughter because the guy she says is the dad, the guy on the screen there, has been raising that child by himself. He got full custody of the child. And now she would have to pay child support to him. So she wants a DNA test to prove that the kid isn't his, so she doesn't have to pay child support.
Jesus.
Wait, what?
She has to pay child support, so she's trying to prove that who she said was the dad isn't the dad, so she doesn't have to give him child support.
But she's still the mother.
Yep.
Yeah, but she's not the custodial parent, so she has to pay child support.
Yeah. But if he's not the father, then she still has to pay child support. I don't get it.
But not to him. And it would take years to get that all worked out and find out who the real daddy is. Real quick, Kamala's vaginal. Let me grab this. Kamala's vaginal HPV tumor. Thank you so much. Regarding George Will, bullshit. We have California. We don't.
And he's gone.
Son of a bitch. Let me try reading that again. Kamala's vaginal HPV tumor. Thank you. Regarding George Will, bullshit. We have California. We don't need another example, but I hate New York. Let's give Zambani a chance. We do have California, but you have to realize California is heavily subsidized, so it's working out right now. We need an example where it actually fails properly.
Yeah, it needs to be catastrophic failure too, like New York. But real quick, thank you, Kamala's vaginal HPV tumor. Still funny. Pro homeowner tip: when you buy a faucet, what?
One in and out. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm going to mute for a sec.
Pro homeowner tip: when you buy a faucet, buy 2 to 3 valve cartridges at the same time. If they don't stock them, time to go to a different store. Yeah, that's the problem with buying anything now. If you better buy any expendable parts right away, or there's chances it's not going to be available. It's good advice. So always have extras on hand.
Okay, so Undoomed, you were making a point about her still being the mom.
Yeah, she's obviously the mom, and he's still the custodian. So, I mean, I don't see how she would get out of paying child support, right?
Well, nobody said she was smart.
Well, the judge tells her flat out no DNA test because she hasn't, for the last 14 years, sought a DNA test. So, no. I think they should do a DNA test, and if it turns out that's not the dad, she should have to pay back every dime he's ever spent on that child with interest.
Yep.
And I don't mean bank interest. I mean mafia interest. What kind of horrible bitch is like, oh, I got to pay? Never mind. You're not the dad. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's evil.
It is. And now that's out in the world. Your daughter's going to see that. That's on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's people that don't give a damn how bad they hurt their kid as long as they can stick it to their ex.
And she's doing all of this over $1,000 a month, which I was reading some of the comments, and one of the comments said, $1,000 a month? You don't need that much to raise a kid.
They've never had a kid then.
Like, you try it, fucker. Those little bastards eat a lot. And you got to clothe them and give them electricity and heat or cold, depending on, where you live. I've never seen that, where some guy is like, hey, you got to pay $1,000. Oh my God, that's way too much for a kid. There's that one, was it NFL or NBA? We had to pay like $250,000 a month. That's retarded. No child needs that much money. That is backdooring alimony to a bitch who wasn't married to the guy.
Yeah.
But $1,000 is reasonable. And they're like, no, because the woman has to pay.
Well, isn't it typically income-based?
Yeah, that's the problem.
It is income-based. Yes, absolutely. I knew a guy
when probably like it's like you say, it's because it's a woman in this case.
Oh, absolutely. Alimony went away because a famous woman had to pay alimony. That's where it all starts dying out. Before, was it Paula Zahn? Who was it? I forget which bimbo news chick it was. But she got divorced and her husband got alimony, and suddenly alimony just starts drifting away. Suddenly we don't need that as much anymore because a woman had to pay it.
Punishing a woman.
I know, right? How dare you have her live to the same standards as a dude? Equality. Fucking hate these people.
They're so equal, the rules apply differently.
Yeah, and by the way, of the child support, the only like $700 and some is actual direct payment. Another part of it goes to the kid's medical care. So it's not even like it's just $1,000 to dad. Part of it's going to pay for insurance and shit. Don't worry, $1,000.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Unreasonable. Fucking idiots. But I'm just so disgusted by this woman doing this to her child.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's evil.
And I feel bad for that dad because if he's not the actual father, you know how fucking cruel that is to do to somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that makes people Epstein themselves.
I mean, is there any sort of legal precedence for a guy like that suing the ex? You know
Tennessee
anything
just
about that?
Tennessee just passed something for paternity fraud,
Yes.
so
Okay.
there will be precedent for it soon.
Right.
Fuck, dude. Here in Michigan, the laws are so fucked up. I don't know how that case ever resolved. But if a woman puts your name down on the birth certificate and you didn't challenge it within, I think it's like 6 months or something like that, then you were the kid's dad, and it did not matter what a DNA test said. And this one motherfucker, he wasn't the dad. The mom admitted that he wasn't the dad. He had paternity tests that proved he wasn't the dad. And he was still paying like 15 years later for this kid and trying to get that shit overturned. Because this bitch wrote his name down on the birth certificate. They hadn't even had sex.
That's
So it's-
insane.
Okay. What?
So it's not even like she thought, well, maybe it's one of these guys. She just wrote down the one she knew had a job. Fucking whore.
Oh my God. And obviously, how's he gonna know if it's what did you say, 60 days or whatever?
I forget the exact time frame, but it's less than a year. I do know that because I have a friend who went through this. He was overseas when his wife got pregnant. And when he came back, he's like, I am not paying for that baby. And he almost missed his window to challenge paternity. He was within like a month of losing his chance to challenge it with DNA.
Right.
I honestly feel like you should be able to challenge DNA as a man at any time.
Of course. I
DNA
don't
has gotten
see
so
why
quick,
you
you
shouldn't.
can mail that shit out and get it taken care of.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23andMe and all that bullshit.
Yeah. It's not that hard. And he was deployed.
No.
Yes, he was deployed. Ain't that some shit? He was in Afghanistan when she got knocked up. No, it's totally yours.
Thank you, Swear. Real quick. Thank you again, Kamala's HPV tumor, vaginal HPV tumor. I can tell you're a little behind. Yes, little girl, you don't deserve a popsicle because your mom has poor decision-making skills. My little one still prefers to make them. Yeah, well, if you teach kids how to make stuff, they get really excited about that sort of thing because they can see the result of what they're doing. And just buying them a pack of popsicles instead of showing them how to make them, you're really kind of depriving them of life skills.
Yep. Teach a kid how to make a popsicle. Got popsicles for life.
Right? Exactly. Probably
All
more
right.
nutritious too.
We have an update on our NBA story. By the way, it turns out that the first person arrested was a guy. That did finally come out, Jack.
Oh, wow. I'm actually shocked by that.
We're not gonna. I mean, I can play the video, but
Nothing started the third quarter. This guy had 3 quick turnovers.
if you blinked, you missed it. There we go. This little purple thing right here. It's hard to see. I know. That's a purple dildo.
Oh, it's a purple one. Wasn't it
Yes.
a green one?
Usually it's green, but a purple one came out confirming that it's the Joker who's been doing this. Cesar Romero's ghost is out there tossing around some dildos onto. Sorry.
Oh, so this has
Winkies.
become a tradition now?
Yes, it's a trend.
They've made it worse by publicizing it. If they would have just ignored it after the first one instead of making a big deal out of it, it goes away because nobody knew it happened.
Right. But now it's a thing, and now
it's a thing.
everybody's got to do it.
They're now having to check people coming into the arena to make sure they're not carrying a dildo.
So you carrying any unlicensed dildos?
For the record, they're actually kind of made to be concealed.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess they're assuming you're going to bring a box of them in.
Put them in your fucking trunks.
Just
But
get
yeah,
your
so-
girlfriend to put it in her mommy pocket.
Yeah, if you're a woman, you could do that.
I mostly just wanted to bring this up on the screen so we can talk about other shit and I can know if I got disconnected. And it was an update to the dildo story, which is funny as shit.
So, were there any legal consequences, or?
Well, the third dildo, the guy who threw it didn't actually make it to the court. It hit a fan, so he's being charged with assault. Everybody else, as far as we know, is just being hit with. I saw public nuisance or some variation of that law, and another one was indecent acts because they threw a sex toy. So it was some decency law that they had. Basically, they're going to get a slap on the hand because it's a stupid little prank.
Yeah.
I don't support this.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't support this, but I am going to keep laughing at it because, goddamn, stop it.
I hope it becomes a tradition.
This is probably helping the WNBA with ticket sales because they're getting more
for
free
sure.
exposure from this.
Oh, for sure.
I
This
want to
is,
see
the best marketing they've had in years.
Right?
I want to see instead of this, just like people bring those long balloons they make balloon animals out of and just blow those up during the thing and throw them.
Oh, that's messed up.
There's so many different ways. I think the WNBA should embrace this. You know how they have the foam fingers at games? Have giant foam dildos people can wear on their hands? There's so much. Look, you ever seen a bachelorette party? It's like all of the decorations are dicks. Women love dicks. You want to get more people watching? Put more dick on there.
I don't know about these women, but yeah, I think green could be the home team and purple the away team.
I'm just kind of disappointed. None of them have been
digging
like,
it.
why are none of them like flesh colored or like a big black one? I need a big black one to hit the hardwood.
Yeah, but
Make
it's,
us like
it's
a
better.
splat.
But they should just choose a color and stick to it, so it's very visible. I like the neon one.
I do like the neon green one. I think that's funny. If you're going for a color, that's the way to go.
Because
fucking people.
When you see it on a screen like this, it's just 2 pixels big, right? But if it's green, you're gonna know what it is.
Did you see the video of the first one?
Yeah.
So it gets thrown onto the screen, and even the announcers can't tell what it is until they zoom in with a camera.
Yeah.
Like they could have just been like, we don't know what that is.
Yeah, you just had to know.
Son of a bitch. My fucking internet is pissing me off today.
I blame others.
I wonder if it's getting windy outside.
The wind fucks it up.
Yeah, because it's Starlink and I have a lot of trees. So if it gets windy, we have a whole fucking storm on the way. Fucking Wisconsin. Right. I hate you almost as much as I hate Canada.
Well, I mean, they are touching Canada.
They send shit across the lake all the time and it fucks up my good time.
Look, they're touching Minnesota, which touches Canada. And let's face it, Minnesota might as well be Canada. So they're just like fondling all of that.
I hate all of these things that cause weather here. I've enjoyed the last 2 days. It's been. Can I ask a question? Why did they tell me it's 89 degrees, but it feels like 92? Why don't you just tell me it's 92 degrees?
Then you might feel like it's 100.
Then tell me it's 100.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You mean
guys
that
don't
thing they have? You mean that thing on weather sites?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it was like it's 89 degrees, but it feels like it's 92. Then just say 92.
Yeah, but it's 89, right?
But if it feels like 92, it's 92.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it is.
No.
Yeah.
The temperature is what it is.
Then if it's 89, then it should feel like it's 89. I'm not wrong
Yeah,
on
but
this.
that depends on how much sunshine there is and all that shit.
My point being, if it feels like 92, they should just tell me it's 92. But I've been enjoying the last couple of days
well, you're
because
free to look. You're free to look at that thing and just say, "Okay, they say it feels like 92." So
they're
I'm gonna
lying to
go
me.
with that.
I don't like people lying to me.
Oh, you could check your own. You got a thermometer, right?
I do. I have several. Usually used for cooking, though. I don't know. I have an outside thermometer. But I've enjoyed it. It's been so nice. It's been hot. My wife hates it because it's hot and she doesn't like hot weather. But it's been in the 90s, y'all, and I've been. And now it's getting colder again. It's only supposed to get up to like 86 today.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the missus is the same way. She hates the warm weather, but I love it too.
I'm going to be like 90 years old and they're going to find me dead in my house and be like, oh my God, he couldn't afford air conditioning and he died. And one of my friends is going to be like, no, he's just that dumb because I like it hot.
What are you talking about? You're going to be one of those people they try and rescue from a car because they think you're going to die in there. And they're like, no, I liked it. Put me back.
I rolled up the window, fucker. The only thing I don't like is I haven't been able to get into the water since I got back from my father-in-law's house. I love swimming and haven't had a chance since. Although I did get some.
You got some. You go to the lake or?
Yeah, there's lakes around. We just haven't had a chance. We've been busy with other shit. I did get some super soakers for the girls, and me and the little one are gonna go out and play with those tomorrow. Because that's what you do when you're a grandpa. You play squirt guns. You do it when you're a kid, and then when you're a grandpa. It's awesome.
Real quickly, thank you, Frosted Glass. If I threw a dildo and accidentally hit someone in the back of the head, I'd recover by yelling, "Six Semper Tyrannis!" and run out of the arena. By the way, I know Nick Fuentes, and he says he's not gay and he's suing. He also wanted me to give Undoomed his number.
Undoomed, what'd you think of the Sydney Sweeney controversy?
Oh, it was just stupid. I mean, it was smart marketing. Obviously, they certainly they upped their stock value by 30%. So it worked out great for them. I think it's really stupid to have a problem with it. Just a fucking commercial.
For the record, I just brought that up so we could put Sydney Sweeney on the screen.
Well, she is nice to rest your eyes on, I guess.
She's cute enough.
Yeah, I'd rest a few things on her.
You're a pig, sir.
Oink, oink, buddy.
Nice granddad. I try to be. I love being a grandpa. When you're a dad, you have to care about their education and stuff. And I do care about my granddaughter's education and stuff, but I'm not directly responsible. I just get to be the fun one. It's great.
Yeah, there's got to be a big difference between being responsible for it and, just having fun.
Well, I remember watching my dad with my sons, and my son's doing shit that I know I got paddled for, and my dad laughing and enjoying it. I'm like, wait a second, I have questions, sir. And now as a grandpa, I totally get it. As long as they're not hurting themselves or burning down my house or anything, like, oh, fuck it, go ahead, have fun. Here, I'll show you how to do it safely, because I can. That's what grandpas are for. I still try to follow their parents' rules and stuff because I don't want to ruin their children. But yeah, we get to be fun. It's kind of like being an uncle, but you're cooler.
Yeah, you can buy the toys that make the noise.
Don't tell my son this, but he's gonna find out tomorrow anyway. We're watching his oldest daughter. She came to spend the weekend with grandma and grandpa, and tomorrow we're gonna watch both of them. And I got the little one a little piano with an electric drum, and I'm sending that home with her
with extra batteries.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I got to make sure. You can really annoy your son there.
Last time we talked, you were going to be talking to the guy from
Stargate.
Stargate. That's what it was. I haven't got a chance to watch that video
Mhm.
yet. I know it's a couple weeks old at this point, but how'd it go?
No, it went great. Had a nice conversation. Even managed to get some trivia in there that even he didn't know.
About the show?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so that was a surprise.
That you can stump the guy who's, involved in the show. Yeah. I don't know. In my brain, the people who work on shows are experts on their show. And I know
Mhm.
that's not always the case. But especially with sci-fi, or at least till modern times, it did seem to
Mhm.
be that the people who were involved in the shows were the experts. They knew everything.
Oh,
They
I
knew
mean, I mean, he's definitely an expert.
Sure.
It's just that I'd noticed something that he hadn't really thought about between two episodes. There's one episode where the characters. Is there any point to me naming them?
Name them for the audience that sees them. I don't think I've ever seen the show.
Okay, so this is Stargate Atlantis, and there's a character called McKay, and in one episode he records a little love message to the girl he has a crush on when he thinks he's going to die, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, she finds that message and sees it. And then later in, a couple of episodes later, like, I don't know, 5 episodes later or something, when they really get together, she repeats what he said back to him, word for word, verbatim, And it had never occurred to Joseph Malazzi that was a direct quote like that.
Oh.
So that was... So obviously, he did just because he was like the executive producer. He didn't write all the scripts, so he just didn't notice that, I guess, right? So it's kind of cool. Bring up some stuff like that he hadn't thought about.
This is so tangentially related that it's not even worth saying it's related. But I watched a Turkey Tom video today, and I had a feeling that he had something like that happen. Because he was doing it on Pirate Software. I don't know if you know what's all going on with the Pirate Software stuff.
Sure.
The Turkey Tom video on Pirate Software is fucking excellent, but it's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. And there's several places in it where he repeats himself word for word from something he said earlier. And so either he was working on his script and didn't realize he'd already said it, or somebody else is helping with scripts and they wrote it the same. I don't know how it worked out, but it's clear that he's just repeating himself word for word, which I wouldn't normally mind, except for it was a 2 hour and 15-minute video and you're just dragging it out at that point.
I guess that can happen if you're writing a script that long.
Oh, absolutely.
You're just what did I mention that? Or you don't
done
even
it in
realize
10-minute videos before.
Yeah.
Eagle said
I can
watch. Yes, it is.
Right. Yeah, I can do it if with it doesn't really matter, but when you use the same phrasing too close, like in one sentence and the next, that really bugs me when I do that by mistake.
I tried very hard not to repeat myself, to at least switch up the wording. Having
right,
a vast...
it's kind of like when you're using a very specific obscure word, and then you use it in the next sentence as well, and you didn't even realize it because yes, they are necessary in both sentences, but maybe you should have come up with a synonym for the second sentence. That bugs the shit out of me when I do that mistake in my videos.
When I've caught myself doing it, it's one of the few times where I'm like, I want to just delete this fucking thing. here's Turkey Tom's video. We'll throw it on the screen. I'll throw the link in the chat if anybody wants to watch it. I did not realize just how skeezy this motherfucker was. I did not realize he was a furry. I did not realize the extent of his lying about his. I'm going to just start lying about my credentials because nobody checks.
Yeah.
Well,
He
definitely
got,
not.
Yeah, all those, you've seen those collages, right? I think it's in there actually in that Turkey Tom video, where he's just like blizzard, 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 blizzard,
Yes.
blizzard, 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 blizzard.
what makes it even better is that those are, and this is one of the things that Turkey Tom does more than once in this video, where he says that Pirate Software will say he didn't work for Blizzard, and then he'll play that clip. He does it 2 or 3 times in this video, but yeah. This asshole's like, I never mentioned that I worked for Blizzard. Blizzard. I worked at Blizzard. I was at Blizzard for 11 years. That's not even that big of a deal. If somebody like, you always mention you work for Blizzard, like, what was a big part of my life? That's an easy answer right there.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie about it.
But he seems incapable of telling the truth.
Yes. And I don't understand why this keeps happening. How these people who keep just lie about what they do. Like he lies and says he worked for the State Department and that he went and and hacked nuclear facilities to check. He's a script kiddie.
Yeah.
You guys know what script kiddie is? They're
Sorry,
not
what?
actually
A
script
script
kiddie.
kiddie?
Yeah. It's a term for people who claim to be hackers, but what they really use is small scripts, usually written by somebody else that does some kind of minor thing.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I don't think he
password.
I don't think he was even doing that. I think he was just like doing social engineering and just calling people up and bullshitting, which he's obviously good at. So there's that. But I think that's what he was doing. But I don't buy for a second that it was for fucking nuclear plants and shit.
This piece of shit is on record saying that he got his first job at Blizzard through nepotism. And is also on record as saying there was no nepotism to get me my job. All my dad did was help me with my resume.
So he had Schrodinger's nepotism.
Yes.
It's impressive.
He's just a liar. There's tons of things that I've said over the years that people say, you said this. I'm like, probably. Because you talk a lot and you forget things that you said. But I think I would know if I ever said I got my first job through nepotism. He used those words. It's not like it was taken out of context. Like he said, I got it through my dad, and you have to jump to nepotism. He used the fucking word nepotism.
I think I can explain this. He wasn't saying nepotism. He was saying neopetism. See, he had a connection with the guy that interviewed him. They both love Neopets.
No, he had a connection because his daddy worked there, and his daddy's actually a bigwig at Blizzard, or was when
I like my
there.
theory better.
Yeah.
I would give you that, except for it takes the onus off this lying piece of shit.
Yeah, but he looks like he's into Neopets and Furbies.
Well, he
is a furry. Yeah.
Furry with a Furby? That's a horror film waiting to happen, isn't it? It's like Five Nights at Freddy's, but with a lot of really gay stuff going on.
It bothers me that he looks like a lesbian.
Yeah. He is not a guy that should have long hair.
No, definitely not. And certainly not with the way he has it, dude. Look at him. Tell me he doesn't look like a lesbian. That's him on the right.
He does.
Yeah. He looks like he should be at that watermelon smashing thing we watched the other day.
Oh, my God.
Well, yeah, I don't understand how these people keep getting big and then everything is found out. And it happens so often. You would think people would catch on, maybe start asking a question or two.
Yeah, you'd think so. But
well, I mean, there was enough truth in there for him to sort of skate by, I guess, because he did work at Blizzard. He just wasn't a developer. He was just some, quality assurance
QA,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. So all he did was just play games and see if there was any bugs, right?
Maybe
He didn't
people were
develop shit.
distracted by his tits.
And then
Sorry?
report it to somebody else who would fix it. What'd you say, Jack?
Yeah.
People were distracted by his tits.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, eyes up here.
I'm
Yeah.
disgusted by people like this.
I think that's how he did it. He had enough truth in there. Like he could say that he worked at Blizzard because that part is true. And then he could just let people imagine what he did there. Right.
And if he had done that, that would be fine. I don't have a problem with letting people, I never said that. You came up with that. I said I worked at Blizzard. That'd be fine. But he specifically said he was a developer at Blizzard.
Right.
Evolved Potato, thank you. He claims he's won hacking competitions, which technically correct, but really he was on teams that won hacking competitions. If you haven't seen Turkey Tom's video, check it out. Tom's not real good at explaining this stuff, but the things that he won at those competitions, it wasn't even hacking, but technically, yes, he won awards at a hacking competition. But he always portrays it as something he did himself, never something other people did with him being there. True. But even then, the stuff that he got the awards for were not. It wasn't breaking into a secure server or anything like that. No. What we call hacking most of the time isn't actually hacking. More often than not, it's phishing.
So he's like the Nigerian prince of hackers.
Kind of, yeah. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It goes over his game that he made. I forget the name of it. Earthbound or Starbound. I don't remember.
Something bound.
Yeah, something bound,
I think.
But he ran a Kickstarter for it, and he's been working on it for a decade. And this is not a game that should take that long to make, especially for an experienced hacker.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the gameplay of it. Like,
it's
really?
trash.
It's like something from an Amiga from 1985 or something.
Did he build it with Temple OS?
I have no idea what he used, but it looks like shit. And even Yandere Dev has made a better game than him.
This is an actual screenshot of his game, Jack. Which
what?
Yeah, this is his game. He's working so hard on by streaming 12 hours a day.
Okay, if you're trying to finish a decade-old game, why are you streaming 12 hours a day? Also, yeah, you weren't kidding. That does look like it came off an Amiga game. Ugh.
Yeah.
There's a market for this kind of game. I mean, without saying it, Undertale is his inspiration here. And if you've seen the graphics from Undertale, it's old. It's a newer game. It's been out, maybe a decade now too. But it's done in pixel art style, and it really looks like it could have run on the library computers when I was in school.
Right? Like a Tandy 180 could be running this. Yeah, I'm with BV. What the fuck is this? He stole from Kimba.
Yeah, but 10 years on this shit.
Well, there's the one part of Tom's video where somebody had done the math, and out of hundreds of hours of streaming, because Jack, the way he says his streaming career starts is he's going to stream the development process so people could see how it's done. Pull back the mask and everybody can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Actual time spent in that hundreds of hours developing the game was 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah. 15 minutes.
I
Yeah.
have seen Flash porno games that were more detailed than this, so I don't know what this dude's doing, but it's not coding or creating a game.
Stardew Valley was one guy. How long was it for him? It took him. It's mentioned in this video. Actually, I don't remember the exact time, but like 2 or 5 years, something like that, for Stardew. And Stardew's still adding stuff to it now. That game almost made that developer go insane. If you've never seen the documentary done on him, you should check it out. It's I forget the name of it, but just look up Stardew documentary.
Something for your art.
He did.
Okay.
And the dude almost went insane, and then he gets the game out and he becomes a multimillionaire, and good for him. I love Stardew Valley. That game is way better than it deserves to be. Hardcore gamers who only play like first-person shooters in competition play Stardew and like, why the fuck can't I stop playing this? That dude deserves all the credit in the world, and it looks 100% better than this shit.
Yeah. Oh, for those of you that did get my reference, I dropped the link to the Rabbit Hole episode of Temple OS, so you can learn all about Terry Davis.
That and the Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's was done by one guy. There's lots of games that are done by one guy. Hell, Schedule 1, which looks miles better than this shit, was basically done by one guy. He had somebody help him with some of the or with the audio tracks, and he had somebody developing graffiti for around his city. He did all the rest of it himself.
See, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, it'll take a little longer, but you can really get your vision done that way.
And he don't got to share a dime of that money with anybody but himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule 1 blew up. I get the appeal of doing this, but if you're going to do it, do it. Especially if you did a Kickstarter for it. That is so dirty to do Kickstarters.
Yeah.
Get the money and not follow through.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
No, I mean it's still unfinished. That's crazy.
Thank you, Dangerous. He dropped the link there for the Stardew Valley video. I don't know if that's the one I'm talking about. It was a YouTube doc. I don't remember. I don't know if that's the one. Why won't that open up for me? There it goes. That might be the one I've seen. But yeah, Stardew Valley's got a great story to it, and especially what that poor bastard put himself through to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I like stories like that. That's a guy who suffered for it and he got rewarded. This asshole's been rewarded and hasn't even done it. It was supposed to have 5 chapters. He hasn't even finished the 3rd one.
Exactly.
Wow. Frosted, thank you. People like him who lie about their credentials piss me off so much. I didn't get a Purple Heart in Korea so that this douche could abuse freedoms like that. Fair enough, Frosted. Fair enough.
Richard Blumenthal? Yeah, I mean that's absolutely insane. Is this guy racing George R.R. Martin to see who can not finish their work first?
Look, Jack, this is how long is this total
Did,
video? 218. I highly recommend watching the whole thing because me and Undoomed are not doing justice. What a fucking lazy piece of shit this guy is.
No. Just watch the video.
He his excuses for why he can't do it. He had long COVID for a while, Jack.
A decade-long COVID? Because it hasn't been around that long. What's the excuse?
It keeps extending. It's a weird variety that keeps extending. So first it's a couple of months, and then it's 9 months, and then it's 2 years.
First, it's pneumonia that he got over in 20 days. Although right after he says he has pneumonia, it comes out he actually had bronchitis, which he got over in 20 days. Then he gets sick again a little while later. And I forget what that one was, but it also was not listed as COVID. And then out of nowhere, suddenly all of that is related, and it was one long COVID incident.
Right.
Yeah, and then the time he had long COVID keeps extending the more he tells the story.
I've had long COVID for 65 years.
Wow.
long COVID is such a bullshit excuse. Taylor Lorenz, you dirty bitch. I've had long pneumonia.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing assholes like this rewarded just because they speak.
Did you see the video on his coding?
I haven't seen it. I've been told about it by a couple of people, and it's mentioned in here. And they provide an example of his coding. Oh my God. Look, guys, I've done some coding and I'm very, very amateur at it. But even I looked at this shit and went, why would you do it like that? See if I can find where that's another thing that he brings up, that Tom brings up more than once in this, is the spaghetti coding and the guy who went over it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Cowboy something, coding Cowboy or some
Heartbound. That's the name of this fucking game. Yeah, this is the guy who goes over it. This is one that I'll be watching after we're done.
Coding Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
Coding Jesus. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know how in the age of the internet you learn to code as badly as he did. Because
I think maybe he has a point. I don't know if he said it or Turkey Tom said it, but it seems like he's just trying to write as much text as possible for it to look good on his streams when he's doing code streams, right?
Maybe
busy work.
Maybe that. Oh, here we go. There's. Oh, you're gonna make me actually watch the video.
He manages to outdo it. And secondly,
there we go. There's the actual. Yeah. This is an actual screenshot of his code, where this is. There are so many better ways to do something like this.
There was actually a lot more examples in that Coding Jesus video that was a lot worse. But I guess these are the magic numbers, I guess.
One of the things that he does that Tom mentions is that for objects, instead of giving them a name, like when you put an object in a video game, you give it a name. Like, let's say you want to have a table lamp. You name it table lamp. That way, if you ever need to go back and find where the table lamp is and fix it somehow, you can do it. He gave a number to everything in the game.
Yeah.
With no cipher to let you know what they are.
Well, that's smart. Hey, Monkey, will you pin the Dangerous's last post and replace the one you've got? Because it's got unused link in it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Dangerous.
There you go. Give us all money. Anyway, I worked at Blizzard. Not really, but apparently that'll make you famous.
I never worked at Blizzard, so I need more money.
Right? I've had a Blizzard.
I've been in a Blizzard.
Yeah.
I've been in a Blizzard.
Yeah, me too.
That's awful.
I was in a Blizzard for 11 years. I love the internet for so many things, but that people like this make it and can make a big career out of being a fucking fraud is so angering to me.
Oh, dude, Boogie faked cancer.
But you don't have to. Boogie has enough problems that he didn't have to say he had cancer to get people to feel sorry for him. Just look at the fat fuck.
No, he's a pity baiter, though.
He is. Oh, absolutely.
That's what a lot of these guys are. They're just sad, pathetic little people that want some attention, and so they just start lying.
Oh, by the way, that the other asshole we talked about the other day, Mike from PA, for those of you guys who don't know him, he's an asshole. But he finally got unbanned on Twitch. He got 7 days for calling Jews a demonic ethnicity.
I'm surprised he got that long.
First he says there.
Yeah.
Jack, I don't know if you've watched the clip, but when he first says it, he goes, Jew is not an ethnic.
For fuck's sake.
Ethnic?
It's not. Jew is not an ethnic. He's right. It's not an ethnic. It's an ethnicity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he's a fucking retard. Speaking of fucking
We're-
retarded, I do want to bring this up. I don't have any visuals for it, so we'll just leave this on the screen. CNN was promoting Destiny the other day as the one of the creators fighting against Charlie Kirk.
So many jokes, none of them would not get us in trouble.
We watched Greenwald earlier talking about Fuentes. CNN talking about Destiny in a good way. You know he's a sex pest, right? You know he's leaked people's shit, right?
Revenge porn.
You couldn't find somebody better than that?
Nope.
I get it.
Guess not.
You guys are looking for the young men demographic, so you had to go find a manlet. But goddamn, I don't like Hutch, but I'd put Hutch up there before I'd ever put Destiny up there. Are you insane? But the reason is, you see, because he gets edgy. Haha. Edginess is how you fight back. They're really cracking that code on how to talk to young men, y'all. Like, just be edgy. Get the guy who's got videos of himself sucking dick on the internet. That's what all young men are striving for. This is what happens. I don't know how much you guys pay attention to CNN, but they have this little fat gay guy. He's the one that did this story. We've watched him before on another story. He was sucking up to Taylor Lorenz on the other one. But this the fat little gay millennial up there doing your stories.
You talk about Candy Van?
Who?
Candy Van.
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Short, fat, bald guy always talks about Tucker Carlson, drives a candy van.
Oh, no.
Around here.
No. That, by the way, that dude's tall.
Sure. Platform shoes.
Brian Stelter's like 6'3".
That's not right.
It's true though.
Short and a hobbit like.
Let me see if I can find the guy from CNN that had Destiny. I saw this. I understand you're lefties and all that, and you want to get your guy up there. But
you love a good sex pest.
Right? I don't know how you get this as your guy to talk to. It's not like there's a shortage of lefties out there who say ridiculous shit. There's plenty of them.
So what was the talking point?
Which talking point on just leftism fighting against Charlie Kirk? This is the fat little fuck I was talking about.
Oh, he looks like that guy that from Adam Knows Everything.
He kind of looks like a little more masculine version of Adam, yeah. Adam Conover is that guy's name.
Yeah, couldn't think of his last name.
I still hate that little prick because that is the one time somebody hit one of my videos, and instead of just releasing it when I challenged it, they let it go the whole 30 fucking days.
Well, he seems like a real piece of shit. So,
but yeah, to fight back against Charlie Kirk of all people, like he's the voice of the conservatives, I guess. Yeah, you decided to platform Destiny. You don't even have to look and you're doing it at a time where, in order to get away from his sex scandal, he's going out there and making jokes about dead kids, which is, I don't have a problem with dead kid jokes, but when that flood happened in Texas, he was making jokes about the girls who died in it that night.
Right.
That's who's fighting back against Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah. They weren't even funny jokes either. It was just being a shitbag. I have laughed at too soon humor, but it's humor. He was just trying to be edgy, and that's what you decide to platform.
He's trying to impress Lord Southern.
Is Destiny really the best the left has right now? Because that's
Sure looks that way.
That's kind of sad. But I do have to say this.
You know, the alternative would have been to bring in Hassan.
Which is what I was just going to get to, because that's funny, because you know this is eating his lunch. You know Hassan had a fucking baby when he saw that Destiny was on CNN.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's worth it for that alone.
Mm-hmm. Because I really am tired of seeing Hassan when he buys his coverage. And yes, I'm claiming that outright. And if he, hey Hassan, sue me because I said that. I want to see the receipts. I want to go to Discovery. Very much the way that ContraPoints once did. ContraPoints used to buy her the stories people would do on her. She'd pay for them. And then look, everybody loves ContraPoints. Do they? I mean, it's kind of what we see over on Twitch right now, because Twitch just came down. Jack, I don't know if we talked about this. Twitch just came down with a new thing. They're going after all the bots who watch stuff.
Yeah, right.
And literally all of the people that have big channels come out and go, yeah, there's a big problem with everybody botting.
Mostly just them.
So you don't even know who's real over there. It's all fake shit, but they end up in the newspapers and on television as the voice of the people. It's kind of weird. Have you in real life ever met anybody who's heard of Hassan?
I don't know. He's never come up, so I'm not sure. I've never talked to any normie about him, so I wouldn't know if normal people knows.
I don't think so, but I try and avoid normal people. So
most of the people in my real life that I know who know of Hassan have heard me say his name. My daughter watches the show. Hi, honey. But my one son, my one son is pretty left, but even he has never talked about. We talk about video games and YouTube and all that stuff all the time. Not once has he ever mentioned Hassan.
I mean, that's the way it should be. He is an extremist.
Sure.
So he should not be on in the consciousness of normal people.
Yeah.
But he's played video games with AOC, don't you know?
Sure.
Yeah. Sure, but she's not really my favorite either. But on the other hand, I'm not sure she would do that again after he's been really radicalized as he's been now.
It wasn't that long ago that her and Bernie sat down with an interview with him. It was after the October 7th stuff. This was 4 months ago, 5 months ago now, maybe. Whenever they started their Communism Across America tour, it was fun. Have you seen that clip? It's fucking amazing on Doom. They're having a conversation, and clearly Bernie doesn't want to be there, and AOC is doing her normal bobble-headed bullshit, but she has to go up on stage, so she gets up and leaves. And it's one of the few times in my life I think I could feel sorry for Bernie, because you could tell he did not want to be there talking with Hassan.
I've never seen that clip.
Oh, you should check it out. Hassan interviewing those two is amazing. It is amazing. My kids are base little Chads trolling public school. Good for you. I don't think kids should be trolling their schools. I do think that kids should be allowed to speak up when their teachers are being fucking retarded, and there's a lot of retarded teachers now. We got to see it.
Sure.
I saw somebody whining the other day because we saw during the pandemic all of the teachers on Zoom and how bad they were at their jobs. And there's a guy still campaigning out there like, look how bad these people at their jobs. And this guy accused him of being a voyeur who needs to mind his own business. I was like, but he's pointing out that these teachers suck.
Right.
That should be something we all get to talk about.
Yeah, they're public employees. It's not like he's looking in their windows.
Right. It's the one.
No, that just
go ahead, bud.
They just want to be able to indoctrinate your kids in peace.
Yeah, it's the
That's
one
all.
good thing that
That's
came out of
all.
COVID is we got a firsthand glimpse of this shit.
Yeah.
Notice nobody talks about cameras in classrooms anymore. As soon as they started going back, they're like, no, you got, we're not going to discuss that. Pierce
They should have body cams.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the argument against that is the privacy of the children. So I don't necessarily want body cams. I want a camera that they wear around their neck that points up at their face at all times.
But no, we need to be able to. It needs to be on the side of their head so we can see where their eyes are looking.
Fair enough.
When I was in 7th grade, we had this teacher that would drop pencils, and he'd go down and look up the girls' skirts when he did it. Yeah, bit of a creeper.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This reminds me. We always talk about some pop culture and movie stuff when we have Yawn Undoomed. So I got to talk to you, gentlemen. Have you guys seen the new War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it, but I mean, I've seen the trailer, and I think that was enough. I might put it in for me and the missus best of the worst movie night that we do
You're just mean,
every
dude.
other week.
It's just bad.
Sorry?
It's just bad. That's just mean. Like,
It's not a fun bad?
No, it's a sad bad. Like, they tried. It's supposed to be a sort of like a found footage kind of thing, where Ice-T's a hacker and he's looking at different cameras and getting information. And it just kind of looked really lazy. Like, I own a copy of Pandasaurus, and I don't want to own this movie.
Yeah.
The whole
So
thing.
not for best of the worst movie night then?
See, I'm going to give you my opinion and then what I've heard other people say. I agree with Jack. I don't think best of the worst applies. I think it's just bad. But I have seen other people that I like their takes on stuff like Disparu. The reason I finally watched it is I was watching Disparu. He starts doing a full review of the movie. I'm like, oh fuck, let me go watch it first. And I fell asleep halfway through. But Disparu does point out if you pay attention to like the some of the stuff going on, it is absolutely ridiculous in the so bad it's funny way. But the whole goddamn thing is shot in zoom look. Literally the whole fucking movie.
Right.
And one, I hate that. I get it. It's cheap to do it that way, but it's hard for me to pay attention.
I can't stand it either.
Plus, my eyesight is going on me, so there's a lot of it where you need to read what's on the screen, and it's hard for me to see, so I'd have to pause to read what the fuck was going on.
Okay.
But it kind of looks like it was shot at, like they had everybody do their stuff, and they didn't actually have them working off of each other, and they just okay. Kind of like watching on a sit supposed to be on the clearly not.
He's cutting out. Yeah, there's a scene in Bigfoot Exorcist where two people are a couple, but they're clearly being filmed on separate days.
Yes, and it's
Right.
just a straight up ad for Amazon.
Yeah, because
Amazon.
One of the characters works for Amazon.
I'm not shitting you when I tell you Amazon plays a major role in this movie. In case you decide to watch it with the missus, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it is several major plot points revolve around Amazon.
Oh my God. Why would Amazon even sponsor this shit?
Well, the chick who was in charge when this was made, because this movie's actually like 4 years old.
Yeah, they
Okay.
filmed it during COVID.
And so they just dusted it off. And the chick who was in charge was the one who greenlit like the Rings of Power shit. She was an idiot, and most of what she greenlit was trash.
Yeah, see, something
Yeah.
like this probably could have worked to some degree, but you actually have to have some actors going out and doing something. You can't have it all on a Zoom meeting. It's just lazy and stupid. They tried that with a horror movie not that long ago. I think it was called Unfriended or something, where it was all people talking through their phones and social media apps. And it was probably filmed around the same time, but even that was done better.
Jennifer
it just
Sulky.
sounds,
Yeah, that was
sounds
her
like
name.
it just sounds like a horrible idea. And just looking at the trailer, I could figure out exactly what that movie was going to be about. It's it doesn't really seem like it's worth watching. It's much funnier if it's from like the 80s or the 90s and you could see the bad effects and shit.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see someone fail in After Effects. I want to see someone fail with paper mache, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
I think the biggest problem with it is it's just boring as shit.
Right.
I literally fell asleep. I don't fall asleep during movies very often unless I've seen them before. And they try to have heartfelt moments. You know how hard it is to have heartfelt moments over Zoom? And the most heartfelt moment, it's not even with another person. I cannot describe how bad this movie is. And again, I'm with Jack. I don't think it's so bad that it's good. I just think it's so bad.
It's just boring.
Yeah.
See, there's two types of bad movies. You've got like hilariously bad movies that are fun to make fun of, and they become cult classics.
Yeah.
And then you got forgettable, boring ones. And that's
Okay, so
kind of what this was.
What about the plot twist at the end? Is it the same as in the book?
I've never read the book. I've only ever seen the Tom Cruise movie.
Well, it's that they can't stand Earth bacteria, the aliens, right?
Yeah, the viruses killed them.
That's the book version. I don't remember what it was in the movie.
So they kind of use the Independence Day virus thing. Kind of.
Oh no, I knew it.
But that's not actually the twist ending. There's a surprise twist at the very end.
Okay. Of course there is.
There's a moment where Ice Cube says to his son sends him a file and says, look at this. And he says to his son, there's nothing in that file that's going to make me think what you did is okay. I don't want to give away more than that. But he then looks at the file, and within like 3 seconds, he has completely changed his entire worldview.
Okay.
And it is so abrupt. As somebody who jumps down rabbit holes all the time, that's not how a rabbit hole works. You don't know. You don't see the first thing and go, "Oh my God, everything I thought is wrong." Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. I do want everybody to see it just so you can enjoy my misery. I have not went back and watched the end of it. Instead, I just watched Disparu's video and caught what happens at the end. But I watched probably a full hour of the 90-minute movie before I fell asleep. It's so bad, so bad.
Now, if you and the missus need a movie to watch instead of this one, just go watch Fear.com, and that's at least entertaining. It's got Jeffrey Combs in it.
Oh, when's that from?
Early 2000s, late 90s. somewhere in there.
Fear.com,
Okay.
it's mid to late 90s, right?
I think so. The internet
Yeah.
was around, so because I mean, obviously,
Right,
So
yeah.
it would have been. Oh, I could just look it up. I'm pretty lazy. Hold
The aliens get COVID.
on.
They get long COVID. They get long
Does that
COVID.
mean China's the hero?
Dude, it is so bad.
Oh, it's 2002. Stephen Dorff.
Is it really that late? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah.
Stephen Dorff.
I've never seen that. That's a good recommendation.
Regrettably, I saw it in
Jeffrey.
the theater and I own it.
I didn't hate Fear.com. I don't remember it, but I do remember not hating it.
It basically
Okay.
takes the premise of The Ring and makes it bad.
Okay.
It had some cool ideas, but it was just so poorly executed.
Is it me, or just in general, is Hollywood full of just bad ideas?
Well,
Like
they are
the-
these days.
Well,
The War of
certainly nowadays.
Well, yeah, the War of the Worlds. I get what they were trying to do with trying to make it more modern. I don't think it necessarily fits in a more modern world.
Well,
But
the
the
thing
leaps
is,
The
I mean,
aliens
the-
are after our data because that's what they eat. That's
yeah,
not a spoiler. That's in the
absolute-
trailers.
I saw that, and that is absolutely retarded. That is
Like-
completely retarded.
And because they're going to eat our data, they're going to push us back into the Stone Age. That is a literal thing in this movie. So apparently, after they attack all the servers, they're going to take all the books too.
Books.
Yeah, you're the one who's seen the movie, but I mean, they
It
didn't
makes
do this. They didn't do this because they wanted a modern version of World of Worlds. They did this because they wanted to do something when everyone was in lockdown, right?
I think they did this for tax deduction.
Well, there's that too, but I mean, the reason to do this thing had to have been COVID. They probably recorded this right when everyone was on lockdown.
But you could have done the same movie without trying to call it War of the Worlds.
Yeah, but then, since that's public domain, now you got a big title that people recognize.
Yeah, I
Right.
guess. And you know what? I think this movie probably would have worked if they did release it during COVID. I think it would have
Maybe.
found more of an audience of people willing to laugh at it and be like, hey, that's what we're dealing with right now. But doing it so long after, they probably would have been better just Batwomaning this thing, or Batgirl. What was the movie that got canceled? Batgirl, yeah. Just
I think.
throw the
so.
whole thing in the trash and pretend it never happened. You already paid the actors.
Yeah.
It's not like you're losing anything here.
I still want to
Yeah.
see that Batgirl movie just to see how bad it was.
Someone will leak it in 20 years.
I hope so. I hope I'm alive long enough to see that so I can get a good laugh.
I don't understand how they make such bad stuff. I really don't. They have studio heads who look at this shit and go, no. Right? Isn't that supposed to be their job?
Yeah. But then, audiences are pretty retarded nowadays too. They pay
That's
for
fair.
any slop.
Yeah.
Just
But and a lot of the
why stop doing the shit if audiences keep paying?
Well-
if you're hiring somebody like Rachel Zegler, who's a problem, by the time you've hired her, you're afraid to criticize anything. So if you're an exec, you're just going to green light whatever, so you don't get in trouble or canceled.
I guess that's fair. But you still want to make money. And to your point there on Doomed, yeah, the audiences were going, but the blockbusters we've seen the last couple of years haven't been so buster.
No,
They've been-
that's kind of the point I was getting at. It even that only works for so long, and now we are seeing a downward trend in blockbusters, and maybe it's because they do shit, or maybe it's because the day of the blockbuster is over. I don't know.
I think in general that the next real blockbuster we'll see will be accidental, unless it's a proven entity like Spider-Man or Deadpool. It's going to be accidental. It's going to be one of those movies that, you know, people expected to make 100 million and it makes 500 million. I think what
Right.
they're going to have to do is almost go back to 80s movies where you just try whatever silly concept you can and look, blockbuster.
Yeah, we sure got a lot of interesting things in the 80s.
We
Yeah,
did.
we got awesome stuff in the 80s. We had My Science Project, Weird Science. There was a litany of great films out there.
I saw a video that pissed me off the other day. It was TV shows made from crappy movies, and they had Weird Science on there. And like,
That show wasn't that bad.
no, the shows are good. The movies were crap, they were saying.
Oh, that's
What?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And he says, look, it
I
did
didn't
well.
even know it was a show.
Yeah, it was on for a little while, like 2 seasons or something.
No, it had like
Never
5
heard of
seasons,
it.
dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never heard of that.
The guy was looking at it through his modern audience lens, so he had a
Oh,
lot of
God.
problems with Weird Science and like the way that they had Kelly LeBrock was kind of problematic. So while it had
Oh my
good
God.
audience scores, it was still a bad movie. Weird Science was dumb as shit and a great movie. It was a fun ride.
Yeah, it had some really fun
Yeah.
elements to it. Plus Chet turning into that toad monster poo
Literally
thing.
turned into a pile of shit. It was great.
Yeah, that was great. And I mean, look, I would argue the Dead Zone TV series was pretty entertaining, but the movie was still better because it had Christopher Walken in it. But
Well-
real fast. Oh God.
Go ahead, do yours first.
Thank you, Frosted Glass. The best version of War of the Worlds was the Orson Welles radio play. He was so ahead of his time, he made the best found footage movie on the radio.
True.
The 50s
Yeah.
version had a character named Dr. Clayton Forrester, which is where the MST3K guys got his name. Yeah, I like that 50s movie where they're in, the Grove town with the big spaceships that made that cool sound. I love that movie. It is such a great film.
You're not trying to give me clues to a black and white movie, are you?
No, it's color.
Okay. I haven't seen it, but
How have you not seen
No,
that
I
movie?
No, I haven't seen it either.
You haven't
See?
seen the 50s War of the Worlds?
no.
Oh my God, you guys were you deprived as children? Like,
I was a poor kid, but
Um,
goddamn, Jack, you don't got to rub that in.
it was on TV all the fucking time, dude.
Never saw it. Wasn't interested.
No,
I was playing outside, bro.
I mean, it's stuff that that's that old, especially at that age. I couldn't care less.
Thank you. That's how I was as a kid. Now there's some of that stuff that I've gone back and watched before. Like my favorite movie is Casablanca. That's not, you know, like a film nerd or anything. I watched that movies in my 20s and I fell in love with it. Fucking love it.
Okay.
But as a kid, mom be like, "You want to watch this black and white movie?" Doesn't matter what the black and white movie is. Just no thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. No black and white movies.
Not when I was a kid, definitely. And as an adult, I still have an aversion.
It is a little hard, and you know when you get kind of like they started in the 70s having a more natural style of acting.
Sure.
Before
Yeah.
then, you know, it's kind of like there's a lot of cringe.
The movies before the 70s were so what's the word I'm looking for? Sanitized.
Yeah,
And then the
heavily
70s comes. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack.
heavily censored.
Well, not censored, sure, but I mean they were shot that way on purpose, so they were family friendly. And then the 70s comes along, and you get this spat of films where they went overly gritty on it.
Mhm.
And then you have the 80s come along and things just kind of normalize. And I watch a lot of people reacting to old movies. I enjoy watching people enjoy things that I enjoyed. And it's amazing how the movies from the 80s on hold up so well that even kids today. I remember watching things like watching old Westerns with my dad. And I'm like,
Right.
are those cowboys gay, Dad? Because they seem kind of gay. And then you watch even Westerns from like the 80s and stuff. They're more normalized. You have a swear word here and there. John Wayne never said buck. I guarantee
sure.
you Billy the Kid did. You know what I mean? In real life, the movies were so sanitized. Movies and television from the 20s when you first start getting your talkies and shit all the way. Or when did talkies come around?
The late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, all the way through until you get to the early 70s. It's so sanitized.
Yeah.
Like you just put in a good anti-commie allegory, and chances are a lot better.
Yeah, but the thing also that's like I said before, the thing that really bothers me is their acting style. They're acting for the back of the theater, like everyone's enunciating and.
Oh yeah.
Shatterizing.
They sound so like they're doing a radio commercial for I don't know, washing detergent.
I threw the trailer link for the 1953 War of the Worlds in the chats, so if you guys want to check it out.
I'm pretty sure I've seen the trailers for it. Isn't that one where I'd have to watch it? I don't want to make a fool of myself. You know how I hate doing that. But where they have like, yep, that's what I was thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah, look, I agree. A lot of the movies back then were very sanitized, and a lot of them are crap. But there were some good gems hidden among there that are worth a watch.
Well, this is why I'm not totally against the idea of remakes. Like if you took a sanitized movie from back then and just made it a little more realistic, fine, no problem. I mean, if you watch The Wild Bunch versus Tombstone, different movies.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not necessarily against revisiting that old stuff, but we've gone from, instead of just updating it to actually make it more realistic and get rid of that sanitized crap, to turning it into the modern crap. Like,
and there's also the fact that we don't even wait like 10 years to start remaking shit.
True.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted to remake something in the 80s that was done in the 40s, go ahead, right?
Right, yeah.
That's fine. But if you're already starting remakes 10 years later, like that's just what's the point?
I don't know why they're making a Harry Potter TV show. They have the whole series done on movie, and yeah, there's some stuff cut from the books, but when it comes to what they're going to end up doing there, I don't know why. This is shit that's shown every year, and new generations have embraced it the same as the first generation who saw it did. They're like, no, let's redo that. And like, there's nothing else that you could have redone, something that's like fallen off the radar. No, because that might be a risk.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. They want that nice title that people recognize.
And it's amazing to me that they don't put together that they could have whole new properties that they could be starting. Because so much of remakes that we see these days, like that War of the Worlds, it is an abomination to call it that. It's absolutely no. This is bad Zoom call is what that should have been named.
Yeah.
You can make your own shit. You don't have to go ruin everybody else's. I watched a modern or a rewatch. Okay, he wasn't rewatching it. He was doing a review after he rewatched The Force Awakens. And he starts his thing going, look, I just watched this again for the first time in a long, long time, and I did not realize how bad this movie was. And I'm like,
Okay.
Was he asleep the first time he saw it?
I'm guessing, because everything he pointed out was shit that was immediately noticeable, like how fucked up the way Han dies is. And nobody cares when Han dies. And then there's a moment in it where we see Leia and Chewie for the first time, and she completely ignores Chewie to give Rey a big hug.
Yeah, girl boss.
Right.
Mary Sue.
Which video was this?
Let me find it. I'll tell you and then toss the link in the chat. It was a really good thing where he's mostly like, were we drunk back then? Why did anybody think this was decent? And it's a good point, because it wasn't, but it did have the name. It didn't fit any of the Star Wars lore that had been set up before it.
Mm-hmm.
But they slapped that Star Wars title on it. And let's see, this is from Despot of Antrim.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I've seen that video.
Yeah, this it came out
I was thinking, it's like this sounds familiar, this premise you're describing. Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, it's a really good take of it, and for anybody who argues with me that those movies sucked, because there's still people who love the Force. I did not like the Force Awakens. It was, compared to the prequels, I thought it was fine, but I didn't even care about the lazy beat for beat taking over of A New Hope, because frankly they stole from all three movies in that one, but none of it made any sense. It made zero sense.
Yeah,
this chick.
No, I'll take the prequels over the sequels any day.
I agree.
I hate both.
Sorry,
I hate both for different reasons. The both of them destroy the canon that's already been set up. Lucas destroyed it just as much as Disney did. Granted, Rian Johnson took it to a whole new level of what the fuck.
Yeah.
What? God, what a moron. But in this video, Jack, the guy lays out that he thinks, even though they didn't write it down, that the original plan was to basically crib the first three movies for the three sequels.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, which, kind of obvious because they set it up that way.
But if they were going to, the thing that they should have done in that case is just reboot it.
Yes.
Well, I think this was meant to be a soft reboot, and they were going to phase out all the old characters so they could focus on their new ones, and then they don't have to give any money.
That's a fucking pussy move.
Of course it is.
Fuck that pussy shit.
They don't want to give Lucas any money for the toys that he's probably still owned a share of.
Well, they could have made even more money if they just rebooted it, just came up with fucking new shit. But no.
If they were going to do it the way, look, Lucas supposedly had 9 movies he wanted to make in the beginning anyway, but he wraps it up in Jedi. There's no reason to stay with the Skywalker family at that point. Jump ahead 100 years. Start brand new.
Well, he even left them like a template of what he thought they should do for the sequels, and they just spit on it.
Well, in fairness, he wanted to go more Dianetics in his sequels.
Do what?
He had an idea for sequels that involved actually following the midichlorians inside the people.
Yeah, he became a Scientologist at some point.
That's what the whole thing with the midichlorians, where they take Anakin's midichlorian count. That is just, I forget the word they use in Scientology. Thetans. It's literally just thetans. Yes, thank you. It's just that.
All right.
That's why I call Anakin Elron Jesus, because it's Jesus and Dianetics thrown together. It's Scientology and Christianity made Darth Vader. It's weird as shit. But
yeah, I just remember the one thing that really disappointed me when I saw the prequels was that I didn't get to see Vader for more than 12 seconds.
I didn't like the third prequel was my favorite. Was that Revenge of the Sith? Just because it followed more of the Star Wars pacing. Where the other two, they tried to get away from it and just make it the if you watch A New Hope and Empire and Jedi, you have basically two movies. You have whatever happens at the beginning, takes up a good half hour to 45 minutes of the movie, and then you have the rest. In New Hope, first they're on Tatooine, and then the rest is all the Death Star. You have in Empire, you have Hoth, and then you have everybody getting separated before they come back together. In Jedi, you have Jabba, and then you have the Endor / Death Star thing going on. And instead of that, the other ones tried to just make it one long thing, and it didn't work very well. And they were boring as shit.
Well, look, I was just glad that at the end of Return of the Jedi, they finally had their teddy bear picnic.
I don't
teddy bear picnic.
Teddy bear what?
Picnic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they were celebrating.
I don't hate Ewoks the way most Star Wars fans do. I actually love Ewoks.
They never bothered me at the time, and now I don't give a shit. But no, they didn't bother me when I saw the movie.
No, I enjoyed them just fine. It's the weakest of the first three movies, but it still holds up better than all of the other shit that's come since.
I remember seeing somebody posted something about to the stormtroopers, the Ewoks were like the Viet Cong.
True.
And that kind of stuck with me. I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense, actually. Got these little tribals that should be threatening, and they're murdering your people all over the place.
My favorite part of the Ewok scene is that they already had those two logs set up just in case an AT-AT came through and they could squish it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no reason for them to have that at all, but they got it ready to go, and that was fucking cool. That's planning ahead.
Viet Cong, dude. Viet Cong.
Those little human-eating fuckers. They were going to eat people, and nobody has a problem with that.
Well, they're not human. It's like a bear eating someone,
Yeah, they're gross little bastards. I saw OG Star Wars at the cinema premiere. It was very exciting. I saw the original Star Wars at a drive-in. Mom and Dad had a van, and we just opened the back doors, and you put the speaker on the side of the window. And my dad missed half the movie because my brother kept having to pee. And the only thing I remember about that experience is him having to pee. And when Darth Vader turns to look at Leia when the probe comes in that's going to give her the truth serum or whatever, that used to terrify me. That scene of him turning, because Darth Vader was scary.
Yeah.
Darth Gator, what's his name? Han's son, Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Oh,
his mask wasn't scary.
Well, he took it off, and then he looked like Eric Stoltz from The Mask.
and then they go the opposite way in the Alkalite. Have you guys? I don't know if you guys have watched that, but the hood that the guy wears, the helmet the guy wears, it's got that weird, creepy smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go from weird biker helmet to make children pee, I guess.
I guess. Look, I'm very proud to say I saw all these Star Wars movies in the theater that were released in the theater, and I saw most of them with my family. So that's a great childhood memory. But dear God, some of the stuff that the ideas are churning out now are so stupid. The Alkalite TV show was the greatest abomination to sci-fi I'd seen in years.
The power of one.
Yeah.
The power of two. The power of many. It was so stupid.
They might as well have been wearing pink pussy hats. It was so fucking dumb.
Are you sure they weren't?
No, I blocked out quite a bit of that. I can't rule out the possibility that they were.
But see, this all gets back to my point that I was making, is that you can make all of this shit. You still can make the Acolyte and not have it related to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Stop shitting on good stuff with your crap. But
No, they need the brand recognition.
They do. They do.
But that's also what fucks it up. I mean, I'm not saying the Acolyte would have been a success either way, but there is really no reason for it to be called Star Wars. It could have just been like whatever. It could have just been Acolyte, not Star Wars the Acolyte.
Right.
And it might have found its audience. I don't know. I thought it was horrific, but it certainly wasn't helped by the fact that they slapped Star Wars on it.
True.
I think
it could have just been a sci-fi show, you know?
Yeah, a Solo would have been the same way.
I think that there's, especially when it comes to the movies, if you kick up enough controversy, you know, the whole no bad press kind of thing, as long as people buy your tickets, well, you made your money. But that doesn't hold true on streaming services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it doesn't really hold true for movies either.
I hear you, but then I look at how much money the last two Star Wars movies made, not counting Solo, the actual Star Wars ones, and they still made money.
Yeah, but that was a steep decline movie to movie.
Sure.
Yeah,
that was like,
but you know, the people
everyone made $500 million less than the previous one.
But one of the problems I had with that, though, is a lot of the people that bitched the hardest were the first ones in line to see it. Like, stop giving them your money if you hate this stuff so much.
Yeah,
sure.
Look,
I mean,
I tapped out after what was the second one of those, The Last Jedi?
Yeah,
and it took me years before I finally watched The Last Skywalker, whatever stupid shit that was called. Rise of Skywalker. Thank you. Because it was so bad. Because the second movie was so bad, I'm like, nope, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't understand the fans who keep going back time after time after time. It's one thing.
Well, I don't understand. I don't understand it either. But like I said, there was fewer and fewer people.
True,
and a lot fewer. They had when they from the Force Awakens to the Rise of Skywalker, they had halved their entire audience.
That's pathetic.
They just got rid of half of their audience. It's like that's not good, and it's not like everyone's slavishly going to see it, no matter what.
Real quick here. Thank you, Uggy Bem Doggy. Darth Vapor. Where? Chinchilla the Wookiee monster will handle him. I would actually watch a movie about Chinchilla the Wookiee monster. That sounds awesome.
Hang on, I'm just doing some research because we've looked this up before, and I was just, if I remember correctly, the original trilogy. No, not The Last Jedi. I want Return of, you fucking asshole.
Oh, I got a super chat here.
Go ahead.
Just hold that thought. From Ben Richards, it says thoughts on the Running Man remake. Seems to be closer to the Stephen King novel than the Arnie movie. I mean, I don't know. I guess the 40-year-old rule that I brought up earlier makes it a valid target to make a remake out of, I suppose, if I'm supposed to be consistent with my own statements. So I guess sure, but I haven't read the original book, so I don't know what the difference is between that. It's going to be obviously hard to top the charm of that movie. That's what I think the main problem is going to be. I mean, there's so much charm in there with what's his face, the game show host, and Arnie, and all the other guys from wrestling, and you know, I don't know how they're going to live up to that.
I think it's good. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which movie?
The Running Man.
The Running Man.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
I think it's going to end up being a lot like Total Recall, where they're basically so different, they're totally separate entities. Yeah, the new one might be closer.
Yeah, but that one was that movie was like the total death of joy. Like there was nothing charming about that movie. It was just a chore to watch, right?
The remake or the original?
No, the remake, obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I think it's going to be kind of the same thing. They're trying to follow the source material to its like more nihilistic feel. But the Total Recall remake was dog shit. But it did follow the story more closely than the original source material, whereas the original movie was just a fun action film. And they're both Schwarzenegger
yeah, Schwarzenegger did the original one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But are you saying The Running Man has already come out?
No, I think they're going to be just making a comparison. The Total Recall movies, the first one didn't follow the original story really at all, and the second one was a lot more close to it.
Oh, you mean like that? Okay, yeah.
So they've become two totally separate things.
Yeah. But I mean, you're always going to be compared to the original one.
Yeah.
And when that was also, of course, a very charming movie with Arnold in his prime, and so many great actors in there. You got Ronnie Cox, and you even got Gulda Cotton there, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it had a highly recognizable cast. Sharon Stone's in that movie.
Sharon Stone, yeah. Everyone's top notch. Michael Ironside.
It's just a fun popcorn film, and the second one tried to be all meta and serious. That doesn't work.
Was such a chore. Just tediousness.
Yeah. I have a suspicion that this Running Man movie is going to be similar to that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm afraid of.
Have we reached a point where campy movies can't be made anymore?
Well, they certainly are. I don't know if they can, but they certainly aren't.
It can't be made. I want to say can't be made with any kind of success. Because I think a lot of the movies going back and looking at the 80s, a lot of what those had that movies today don't is campiness. There's just some silliness here and there, some larger than life characters that nobody would do today because that's not realistic enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of that stuff is going to end up being like the B movie circuit, where it's going to be like low grade CGI, but the fun and spirit of it will still be more like an 80s movie.
I guess that's why people watch Sharknado.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think in the 80s, there were a lot of the movies that I love. If you look at them on paper, if you just read the synopsis, like, this sounds fucking stupid. Better Off Dead, one of my favorite movies ever. That movie is so goddamn funny.
Great.
On paper is stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Demolition Man. If somebody described that movie to you, you'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
but it's a lot of fun.
In our modern day, we get the new War of the Worlds, something that the blueprints laid out for you, dumbasses. But they take that and they take all of the fun out of it.
Yeah, they just suck all the fun out of everything. That's the problem.
I do worry that there's a fun deficit, that this is just the way that we've made people now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, when everyone's gonna fucking have a heart attack when something's problematic, quote
Yes.
unquote. Like
I-
Jesus Christ, and also this is a big point as well, that everything, has to be targeted at the lowest common denominator. But it's not only the lowest common denominator in this country; it has to be the lowest common denominator in all countries and China
True.
and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing is left.
Chauncey just brought up the RoboCop remake, and that's probably one of the more obvious offenders of what you're talking about. Like that, they sanitized that entire concept.
Yeah. And made it boring.
Yeah.
I really do think I think it comes down to how kids are raised these days. I don't think kids are allowed enough fun and just being kids and using and I'm not going after like video games or anything like this. They're not allowed to use their imagination. I've seen this over and over again where they're treating children like little adults, be boring all the time. And I especially see it with little boys. I know, don't be a little boy. That's no fun for you. And I think it has long-lasting consequences, and that's how we get to people writing boring-ass movies with no imagination in them.
Yeah, I guess.
If you got a better explanation for where fun went, I'm ready to hear it.
No, I mean, I think it's that's one explanation, and like I said, another explanation is that people are so fucking scared of being problematic and offending someone or whatever. Jokes can be offensive. That's fine. It's great even. Let's fucking get over yourselves.
I would even argue in some cases they should be offensive.
Yeah.
I've heard people make the claim that comedy is supposed to be offensive. It doesn't have to be, but it can be.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with that.
Don't punch down. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck off.
Real quick, thank you, Dynamo. One of my favorites from the Running Man movie. The basic difference between the Running Man book and the Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the movie. Ben goes into the zone and tries to survive against just the stalkers. In the book, Ben is in public and anyone can catch him. Comes out in November. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, this one's going to follow the book more closely, which is fine, but it's going to be completely different than the original and probably a lot less fun. I like the idea of the zone, and then you can have the bad guys. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be devoid of all fun.
Probably.
Can't have fun.
That's my
wrong.
guess. That's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to be proven right, sadly.
Yeah, I think so. It is what it is.
Spaceballs 2 is gonna suck. It depends on how willing Mel Brooks is to push the envelope. Parodying the Star Wars movies at this point is kind of redundant. I mean,
he's making a super
serious.
Like,
I don't know.
Sequel.
But what are you going to parody? I mean, Star Wars is a parody now.
They rode horses on the wing of a Star Destroyer without helmets.
Don't remind me.
Tilt the ship. Tilt the ship.
I don't know how you parody that when it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know either. And it's too late. I mean, they should have done this right after.
Yeah.
Now,
if you want to parody Star Wars now, you make it an actual Star Wars movie.
Yes. Although
pretty much.
I tend to respect Drinker's take on movies, so I will be seeing the new Naked Gun when it comes out on video, on streaming services, where I had no plan of watching it before.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, so have I. So I'll check that one out. And look, it's Mel Brooks, and I know he's older and stuff, but he's still Mel Brooks. The man does know how to be funny.
Yeah, it depends how much influence he actually has in the film.
Yeah.
Because he may not actually be directing. He's like 90, so.
Yeah, he's got to be really old.
He's quite old, and he'd spoke not that long ago about the ability to make movies, and even he agrees, they could never make Blazing Saddles today, which is stupid. You could, again, I watch tons of people who watch old movies, and I've yet to see one person who wasn't in love with Blazing Saddles. I'm not saying remake Blazing Saddles, but a movie like that could absolutely work.
Yeah, imagine Dave Chappelle writing a movie with Mel Brooks.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The chance for the audience is still there. Thank you, Fireball. All in all, I have a higher hopes for Running Man than the new Tron. They're making another Tron.
Yeah, Tron Ares.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yep.
That one could go either way. I don't know. I like the Tron films, but anything with Jared Leto kind of strikes me badly.
That's my worry as well. I mean, I love the Tron movies as well, and I hope it's good. But Jesus, why did you have to go with Jared Leto?
Right? Is Tron even in this movie?
I don't think so. No.
It's named after a person, for God's sake. It's like having the Passion of the Christ, and Jesus isn't even in it.
Well, they just did a Mad Max movie without Mad Max, so just saying.
Fair.
Yeah.
Where did Jared Leto come from? I'd never heard his name, and then suddenly that little fucker keeps popping up in all kinds of shitty movies. How'd that happen?
He was in a band called 30 Seconds to Mars, and he transitioned into acting. I don't know. He probably blew a Weinstein or something.
Oh, okay.
He just sort of became an actor.
I hear he's completely obnoxious on set.
That would not surprise me at all. He seems like the type that's a real pain in the ass.
Well, it's not that. It's that he's like a total method actor. Right? So if he's playing the Joker, he's going to be the Joker on set, and with the fucking crafts and services people and fucking drivers, he's just never going to stop being the Joker until the movie's done, which
weird.
That has to be fucking annoying for everyone.
Yeah,
I don't understand the whole method acting thing. You're supposed to be acting, not living it.
Yeah.
If you're living it, that's not acting.
It's just a technique, and I don't get it. That's just too pretentious for me.
Yeah, it's a little up your own ass kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that famous story. Who was it that said that to Dustin Hoffman? Because Hoffman is a noted method actor. Asked him why he was doing something. He said, I'm staying in character. And he goes, have you tried acting? But anyway, guys, we are, it is 4:00 in the morning. Grandpa's going to be tired tomorrow. So the other day we went to pick up my granddaughter, and my other granddaughter was there, and is she turning 2 this year, I think? Yeah, she's turning 2 this year. She is my biggest fan, tied with Little Butt, my other granddaughter, Undum. I have 5 granddaughters. 2 of them absolutely love me. All 5 of them love me, but 2 of them love Grandpa, and the baby is one of them. And so we go over there to pick up her sister, and I'm holding her and tell her I have to go, and say, okay, go to Dad. And she just starts violently shaking her head no. I'm like, poor baby. But I get to see her tomorrow, so I'm going to be carrying a baby, and I'm already in a lot of pain. So tomorrow, when I sound like I've died, bear with me, guys. Throwing that out there. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so kind. Jack, anything else, Shill?
I'm dropping links now to some cool stuff. I'll have a new movie review out in about 4 hours. Scheduled to drop, I think, at 8 a.m.
What movie?
But shit, I don't remember. I think it's Terror Creatures from the Grave.
There you go.
Hold on, I'll double check. I don't know. Oh no, it's Clownado.
Clownado.
Yeah, it's a tornado full of clowns.
The shit you watch.
That sounds good.
Undoomed, anything you want to show?
Recommend.
Well, you know, I have that video out with my talk with Joseph Malazzi, executive producer of Stargate. So if you want to watch that, that's, I don't know, it's about a week old now, that video. So go check that out.
Check it out, guys. It's over on Undoomed's channel. And with that, we're just going to wrap up because I need to get my fat ass to bed. Undoomed, Jack, pleasure as always, gentlemen.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Guys, take care of yourselves. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.
I
Bye.
hate singing at the end of the show a thing because